little glitch right there, but it's good. Hello and welcome, guys, to the first ever episode of The Spice Must Roll. I decided on that. That's the title. It's a pretty good one, I think. Yeah, it's good. I like it. We are the Spice Must Roll is a sci-fi based RPG, tabletop RPG kind of a setup. There's going to be a lot more of these going forward. But for the first one we're going to be doing, at least for the first season, which will be a couple episodes, to kind of testing it out, is the Expanse RPG, set into the Expanse universe. Let's kind of introduce everybody. Let's start from the very top, very top with Mark, the guy who's playing Mark. Who is the guy playing Mark?
The guy playing Mark is Dr. Drones. I stream here on Twitch, mostly Star Citizen, but we do other stuff too, sci-fi, space related. Yeah, that's me.
Sweet. And they can find you where?
Twitch.tv/Dr. Drones, or on Twitter, this lovely thing right below me.
Dr. Drones channel.
Yes.
Next, we have the ever fearsome Klingon warrior of Twitch, playing Sloan. Who is playing Sloan?
On Twitch, I'm Buster the Destroyer, but as it says below, that is my Twitter handle, so please check me out there. I play Star Citizen, like many of these gentlemen, so there you go.
Next, we're going to have the next two non-Star Citizen playing folks, who also play a lot of science fiction space. So I've diversified a little bit. We're not just doing Star Citizen streamers.
Lennox.
I like my spaceships.
Who's playing Lennox?
The person behind Lennox is myself, HP Braincase. As you said, I'm not necessarily a Star Citizen streamer, but I do stream a lot of sci-fi stuff and also general variety. I generally have streamed on Twitch for the last 4 years, but I'm doing a massive experimental shift right now, and I'm spending a couple of months streaming over on Mixer as well under the same name instead of Twitch for just a bit. If you want to follow me on the internet, my Twitter handle's right down here. Also, if you just Google HP Braincase, I'm the first 2 pages of results. That's my weird flex for this session.
That's pretty cool.
Lucky you, I get mixed in with Kendrick Lamar.
Oh,
the rest of us are busy Googling ourselves right now to find out where we stand, just so you know. Thanks.
Like, yeah, good point.
I have done it.
And last but certainly not least, we have the commander of the Actium Knights himself, and just kind of a crew member on this Actium. Who is Sledge character? Who's Sledge player?
I'm playing as Pierce Carver, aka Sledge, and the actual me would be Haven Kendrick. I've been live streaming on Twitch for the past 2 years. Twitch partnered, do a lot of giant stompy robots, a lot of mech warrior, and a great deal of a great variety of interesting games. Either stuff that's going to spook me, or just about anything I can yell in or create some kind of character and annoy people with is what I like to do. Which does include Star Citizen from time to time. I'm actually going to be diving a lot more into that once there's more to do.
And you have some cool stuff going on in the near future, right?
Yes, I do. I've got some. I'll make some more like official announcements later on, but there's a couple extra shows that I'm going to be on that involve tabletop RPGs and tabletop gaming and shows and stuff like that. Also, as well as voice acting. Some people watching may actually know me as... I do voice work for a web series on YouTube called The Emperor as a Text-to-Speech Device. A very popular Warhammer 40k fan series. I play as the Shield Captain Carstodes, and I play as the Deceiver, the Catan God, who's kind of the primary villain at the moment.
Excellent. Yeah. So to make sure you're checking that out, and make sure you're checking out his Twitter for announcements and his streams. I, of course, am Paul Berserker 1 Batman Shelley. I am your game master tonight, and possibly forever in this series. I don't know. I might be able to snag somebody else to do it, and so I can actually play a character at some point. And as I said, we're starting off with the Expanse RPG, but it's not the only thing I would like to do. I'd like to do more because I don't see a lot of people doing sci-fi based tabletop RPGs on Twitch. It's mostly just Dungeons and Dragons, which is a good standby. But I want to try out some other systems. I want to do some more space and science fiction because I like space. I like space and sci-fi.
Is cool. It's also scary.
It's scary. So the hope is to kind of do more of that, and then after season 1, which should be a couple of episodes, minimum of 12 to 15, maybe longer, depends on the stamina of the cast and myself and how well I can keep up with content and producing stuff. We'll do other things like maybe the Star Trek tabletop RPG, or the new Star Wars tabletop RPG, or the new BattleTech, the revised BattleTech RPG, or Stars Without Number, or Starfighter, some of the original ones, the Traveler series, something like that, to enjoy as well. So keep it sticking to all of these stuff. So maybe even the Warhammer 40K RPG. I knew that it was existed. I didn't know there was a new one though. So with that being said, let's kind of do a little recap of what has happened. So very beginning, we had all of you showed up to a station, or to a office on Ceres Station, where you were met by a man named Benji. And Benji took you into his office, and he offered you a job working for the Culpepper Corporation, essentially as mercenaries on retainer, and gave you a ship, an old beat-up ship that you guys had to fix up. You negotiated prices, you talked with different suppliers that he had give you listed for, and by the end of it, you guys got to know each other a little bit. Lennox got introduced to engine fuel, alcohol,
and then to the floor.
Pierce was very confused as to how any self-respecting belter could let a worm of a virus, a simple virus like the one that messed up the navigation systems, get put in.
Are we flying a school bus?
Run magic school bus.
Mark discovered the actual history behind the ship, being an old UN escort ship called the Palor, and pretty much Sloane got tricked into, or got roped into signing off as the captain of the ship. Because she was running around doing all the collection and everything. All right, we'll get everything set up right. And you discovered an urban legend of a airlock that blew up an entire ship.
Yeah.
That you were able to sell that airlock as a result.
Yeah, as an antique.
Yeah, 100 years old, needed to be replaced.
Some super rich person is just going to be some conversation piece in their foyer.
Yeah.
The Death Trap, I believe it was nicknamed.
The Death Trap, yeah.
Yeah.
So after that, you got introduced to Jata, who was very terse and quick. Went to his room, set up, and he has not left his room since. And you guys were sent off to Ganymede, and you were given your briefing. And your briefing was fairly to the point. You were looking for... Pull up the contract real quick. You were looking for...
Kai Dardanus, I think.
Kai Dardanus, yes. Who is the son of Theo Dardanus of Amalthea Ambrodials. And who is a big client of the Culpepper Corporation. That Kai disappeared not long after his 18th birthday, and they've been looking him for almost a year now. They didn't find any. They didn't have any hopes of finding him until his access codes were used to log into a company system, and was traced to Ganymede. Because he's a legal adult, you guys are not legally able to return him to his family, and no one's going to, and you may have people try to stop you returning him to his family, because Pinkwater, the security corporation that controls Ganymede, is not doesn't they don't have any contacts with Pinkwater. Culpepper doesn't. So your job is to essentially go in and kidnap an 18-year-old kid who has fallen off the radar. That's about it, though. All you know is that that there was a trace put onto his access codes that he accessed somewhere in Ganymede Station. The other one is about a insurance provider who's kind of gone quiet. Named Catrice. He's an earther who has worked with the Culpepper Corporation in the past. He has disappeared. He was also last seen on Ganymede Station. So you have 2 jobs to find Catrice and Kai and figure out how to get those 2 things there. But you're on your way. So one of the things about the Expanse RPG is that it's based off the age system. So one of the kind of in-between travel points, since it's going to take you about 8 days to get to Ganymede from Ceres, is you can do stuff on the way. You can do what are called interlude activities. Since none of you got hurt, you don't really have to recover. You can make or fix things.
We were installing that terminal.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, you were installing that terminal. All right. You guys give me, so what I want you guys to all do is give me an intelligence check. Let me make sure that's visible on the screen.
You got it.
All right, so we've got Marcus rolling an 11 and Sloan rolling a 4.
Cass is not going. Sorry, Linux Cass Cassidy is, by the way. So if I say Cass, I'm talking about myself. Is not going to touch the terminal. This is not his area of expertise.
It's not his expertise. Sloan, do you want to help? Or not Sloan. Pierce, you want to help?
Yes, I'm looking to roll the dice. Do I just roll in the D20 and just type D20 roll, or?
No. Just go into your character sheet and just click on the intelligence stat.
That's right. Click on the stat. Bam. There we go.
Yeah. 9.
Meh.
Okay.
Meh.
Sloan, since you got 4 stunt points, do you want to use the stunt points for anything?
Yeah. Like, I mean, how are they doing? Like, do they need my help? Like,
Do a single humble roll over the terminal you're about to.
So Pierce is having some struggles. Pierce has done this before, but it's not his favorite activity. Marcus is doing pretty well, but you seem to just like this is something you've done in the past. Maybe, I don't know. It just clicks with you. You just like it. Maybe it's just like the lines on it. It looks very sleek. It kind of sets the room off to a certain degree. It's like your artistic sense is just like, no, it's very feng shui in here. It sets everything very, the chi is flowing well through this room with that being there. It's perfect.
Yes. Yeah. I'll just go ahead and I'll use I don't know how many stunt points I'm allowed to use per turn or per action.
You have to use all of them, otherwise they go away. So
if
you
yeah,
don't use them on your turn.
Let's use them.
Okay, so you've got you can do general exploration stunts or not exploration. Vehicle combat stunts, chase stunts, gun stunts, melee stunts, grappling stunts, general, those are combat stunts.
Are there interlude stunts? I don't actually know.
I don't think there are. There are social
because
stunts.
It's so varied in what you can do.
Well, I had a social stunt of being so awesome while I did it. No. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you can't really do that. Oh, we'll just say you guys are working on it. Between all 3 of you, you guys managed to get it done in about 3 days. Boot it up, works fine. And if I remember correctly, Mark, you were going to use this as your pilot terminal because it was. You're muted, by the way.
Oh, yes, unless anyone objects that I have experience with these.
Yeah, you used them in the Navy when you were in the Martian Navy. So.
Yep.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do? You guys can also kind of do some training. You guys can do some research. You can do some relating. It's a long way to Ganymede, and all you know right now is the very basics.
Yeah, I was going to say Cass is going to be looking into Pinkwater specifically. Given that he's former security, he wants to know how they operate, mainly so he knows what to avoid.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a security check, I believe. Let me double check and make sure that's
There's
right.
an intelligence security, or if I were going to do perception investigation, I'd just do a straight perception roll, whichever.
Do me a perception investigation for that one.
Okay, so straight perception then.
Since you're doing an investigation, you can do the investigation stunts. For those of you guys at home who don't know what stunts are these things that you get because you get points. If you look at his rolls here, let me scroll up a little bit. You notice that he got a 6, a 2, a 4, and a 2, and or 6, a 4, and or 6, a 2, and a 4. And because of that, because I think then plus ability 2, because his Oh, no, never mind. That was just your ability to roll.
Yeah, I don't have any stunt points because I didn't roll doubles.
Right. That's what I was trying to explain earlier. So Sloan, if you notice that when she rolled 2 and 4 and 4, those were doubles, and the doubles give the points based off of the total points. So because she rolled 2 4s, she got 4 total stunt points that she can use to for any stunts. And these stunts are special activities which give you a bonus to any activities you're working on currently. But anyways, yes, 14. Sorry, I completely botched that one. 14. No so you do some research pretty easily on Pinkwater. Pinkwater is a security organization out of Mars. You've heard about them enough times in your own time in the UN. They're fairly well regarded. And it makes sense that they're from out of Mars because most of Ganymede is controlled by Mars. It's a joint station, but Mars has most of its operations there. You know that they all have a kind of a reputation similar to other security systems out here. They do security, but they also do mercenary, black ops. They kind of do a little bit of everything when it comes to security requirements out there.
Gotcha. All right. Cool.
Anybody else want to do anything?
Yeah, I want to do research on this Catrici guy.
Okay. Give me an intelligent or perception check. Perception.
Hold on. That did not work right. My bad.
Wow, that's a lot. I'll take the first.
I clicked the wrong thing.
I'll get the first one, which was okay. There we go. No, you got some stun points. You have 5 stun points if you want to use that. You can use those for investigation stunts as well.
Let me look up the investigation stunts. Where did I have that? Right. What did I get? 5?
5, yeah.
How about breakthrough then? Let's go crazy.
Breakthrough. You gain not only information but some form of incontrovertible proof. Simple. Reduce the total number of leads on the path, jumping through the further investigation if that's for detailed. And you were looking just for this guy. So you
specifically Catrici, yeah.
Okay, so you start looking through, you start accessing the network, trying to look through records for Catrici. You find out that he runs a Go. He runs a. His full name is Thomas Catrici, and he runs a insurance agency out of Ganymede Station. You also find many complaints about this guy because since he's disappeared, he has stopped paying any insurance out. So there are people from all over the system who are stuck at stations because they don't have the insurance to pay, the money to pay off repairs for their ships. Families, large, small corporations, everyone. The kind of people who would buy cheap insurance are the kind of people who are complaining. He has just kind of disappeared. But you also find references to Catrici in logs, in public security logs, dealing with interactions and fights with the local Grega, which is an organization in it's a gang all over the system. There are a lot of different stations, but the local Grega, specifically in Ganymede, he's been having some not so kind interactions with them.
Gotcha.
On Yakuza.
And by the way, I share everything I find with the group.
Okay.
Yeah, similar. I'm assuming that at some point we just sort of call
in discussions throughout the trip, we'll
You also know that he has a apartment on Ganymede. That's where he lives. So he has like a permanent residence there.
Does that somehow give me an address?
Yeah, you got his address. You know exactly where exactly where he's living. He lives on that.
You found him in the phone book.
Cool.
Exactly.
Yay!
Oh, there's the guy.
Anything else?
I'm going to spend the rest of the time that I'm not using on the training activity, brushing up on my old investigation training that is gone rusty since I'm out of the been out of active UN security force work for a while.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna find a nice open area and practice swinging.
Okay.
I would like to actually research the company that Kai's parents own.
Smart.
Okay. So, you guys, so you're kind of like practicing swinging in the cargo bay. That's what it is. The cargo bay.
Cargo bay. That works. Yes.
That thing. You find like a good empty bin, and you just like you're smacking at it. You're building up that muscle mass and kind of learning how to like swing a little bit better. Actually, let me do this as well because I can actually.
Well, for those of you, just a little bit of context. The reason he's got that nickname Sledge, or he got that nickname, does have to do with the fact that he wields a sledgehammer, and he's good at getting personal with it.
Yeah, he got known for his sledgehammer abilities. Just say that.
Like Peter Gabriel.
Attaching the sledgehammer to people.
Yeah.
Hey, blunt damage is best damage.
So, you and Lennox, you kind of do some more investigation skills. You're just kind of like you're brushing up on some like reading through old manuals that you had about like looking for how to trace down leads, who to talk to, you know, that kind of stuff.
Maybe sending emails to people back on Earth to be like, hey, how do people do this?
Yeah. So you get some new software that they suggest, like, you know, for like routing through systems and such.
Is there like a computer AI?
Kind of. There's no voice. You can do voice commands, but there's like there's no like AI that you can like talk to.
Okay,
it can
got
get
it.
you back. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Lennox, you're gonna do some investigation.
This is
Lennox,
mainly.
I'm sorry,
Sloan is
Sloan.
doing investigation.
Sloan, you're doing investigation.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do for? You're looking into Dardanus, the Dardanus boy.
Yeah, I'm more interested in like I'm trying to like why would he want to leave in the first place? Because it wasn't like obviously specified in the contract. So that's kind of what she's going for by investigating the parents and their company.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a communications check for this.
Apropos of nothing, if Cass sees her looking into this and gets any info on it, his response is just, because rich kids are assholes who will ruin your life.
You see her. You see her flipping through like all these different like articles about the Dardanus families and the company and that kind of stuff, and you just kind of stop by and you kind of put her on the shoulder and you say, "They're just assholes and they ruin your lives," and you just walk away. So, Sloan, you perceive the universe at this point. Jesus, a 15.
I know all. I am one. I mean, my character's like gonna be like so good at what she wants to pull one day.
You managed to find a lot of information that you need to know about, that you want to know about the family. So first off, Amalthea Ambrosius has been in operation for quite some time. The family is very rich. I mean, like stupid rich, and they got rich because they sell very expensive luxuries to the outer planets. So the rich, the wealthy, and the elite of the outer planets buy stuff from him exclusively, almost cheese, wine, all these sorts of things, and you know that Kai is you find a couple of arrest records for Kai that were never like fully like he never got prosecuted, but for things like running away, trying to run away from home. There's one where he stabs his boyfriend at one point.
Whoa.
So he's but and one where he beat up his father, but he seems to be kind of a troubled youth when he was a teenager, and from what you what you can tell, there's probably something to do with the family is the reason why he ran away. Something between him and his family.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. And that's about it. That's nothing. No other details. Like no reason to suspect anything. Like no. Like from digging, I can't find any like articles about like something odd that happened in the family. Like there was a fire like 10 years ago.
Nothing like that.
Okay, thank you. I took notes on that. And then I go ahead and eventually just probably tell everybody that, like, kind of tell them, well, he must have run away for a reason, yada yada.
Okay.
The runaway has a rap sheet because he's rebellious.
Oh boy.
Of course he is.
Anything else you guys want to do on along the way? You're muted, Mark.
I probably cook.
Okay.
Ooh,
Not too
good
much I
food.
can think of. He's, just looking to get in there, pretty much.
Alrighty.
I want to
the thing
do
done.
diagnostics
Get this-
on that
get-
new terminal.
do
Make
some
sure
practicals.
all is well.
Okay, so Haven, you're just kind of practicing swinging. You're Pierce practicing swinging, while Mark, you're doing some diagnostics, making sure you make sure the thing is working pretty well. You take your time, run through the diagnostics, get everything hooked up to the systems properly.
I spend at least one evening making sure that my bottle of engine fuel is still good.
That's a good idea.
Sloan, you're making food?
Heck yeah. It's
Are you making
delicious.
Martian food? Are you making Earth food, Belter food? What are you making?
Probably, a new cuisine. Called
cuisine?
All of it.
All of it?
I don't know.
Fusion.
Roll me a fusion of Earth, Mars, and Belter. This is gonna be interesting. Roll me
How?
for this one.
Fighting, because I'm fighting.
You're fighting food.
Fighting instincts. Yeah, I'm fighting food. I'm putting it.
Let's do a intelligence check, just a straight intelligence check. You have 3. How is there cooking stunts that we could find? Maybe.
Yeah, it's like at Benihana.
And it overcooked. She's throwing stuff across the kitchen and then catching it herself.
Yeah,
so you generally make something. It seems kind of like a mixture of Martian and Belter cuisine. Lots of fruits and vegetables with a lot of like heavy beans and tofu kind of added into it.
Beans are awesome.
It kind of tastes like a spicy version of lasagna, but it doesn't have it has the texture of lasagna, but it's like chili lasagna is what you end up making.
Oh my god, that sounds like something I'm gonna make next week.
Lasagna
Oh my god, it sounds
chili
so.
actually yeah.
Oh my god, no,
I'm into
this is the way you could do it, right? Instead of meat in lasagna, you use brisket, and then the red sauce is what we just. Oh my god, okay, I'm done.
So once you have once you finished that, you eat it yourself. You serve it to the whole crew.
Yeah, here you guys go. I put, I probably even put out little placemats. I even made it nice,
We have the finest in bamboo IKEA chairs.
So you guys all get called to dinner. Fine placemats, the finest of the placemats you can.
I ring a bell.
You all get called to dinner. And Sloane reveals her latest meal. And Mark, for you, it looks kind of like just a bowl of chili. And Pierce, it looks like red kibble to you, which is a belter meal that you're used to. It's kind of like a spicy thing, but it looks off. It's got some green in it and some other things. You kind of poke at it and you're like, I don't know about this.
What is?
And Lennox, you've never seen anything like this. It looks like someone just vomited into a bowl. You're used to space food, but this looks like someone tried to take Earth food and make it in space. It doesn't look bad. It just looks like a lot of different ingredients you're not used to seeing put together.
I don't like this game anymore.
Do you guys want to try it?
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, Sloane I'm guessing you just sit down and eat it, right? Sloane.
Or she's standing off to the side, arms crossed, waiting.
No, she's just gonna sit down and eat. She's probably not gonna be too. She's not as upset as me. Okay, let me say it.
So you start chowing down. It's good. You try it, Lennox.
Lennox is first going to get a piece of whatever passes for bread in the supplies that we bought.
Okay, you get bread. Some kind of flatter bread. Yeah, like
and
pita
he
bread.
actually scoops it with the bread to eat it.
Okay, it actually tastes good. It's weird but good. The rest of you guys eat it?
Yeah,
Yes.
go for it. See,
Yeah.
he's kind of, happy with the result and just dives on in. I mean, it's not toxic, at least.
Yeah. Pierce,
Sweet.
you've never thought of someone putting a cheese into red kibble before. And you're just like, this is delicious. This is brilliant. Why didn't I never have this before?
It's like when you discover white rice and hot sauce for the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, boy, my family loves that.
It tastes like lasagna.
Yeah. For you, it tastes like spicy lasagna.
Lasagna down the road.
Mark, you're the same thing. You taste like lasagna. It tastes like spicy lasagna.
Good. Well, we know who the cook is now.
My dad's screaming at me right now. That lasagna.
So, you guys, it's pretty uneventful on the way there. But as you guys get closer to, Ganymede, you get a tight beam, or not a tight beam, a general broadcast from the MCRN, which essentially says, attention to all ships, there is heavy traffic going in and out of Ganymede. A wait of at least 24 to 72 hours may be expected for all ships without registered berths. This message will set to repeat. It's just kind of a repeating. And as you guys get closer, you guys can try to talk with the traffic control if you guys want to.
I'm definitely
Of course.
gonna try that out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely
so
going to
Mark-
reach out and try to register a berth, too.
Mark
See
and Pierce.
See if Culpepper has a berth on this station.
Okay, so Mark and Pierce, you guys are going to try to reach out to ATC?
Yes.
All right, so give me a communications check. All right. And Pierce, give me a communications check.
Right.
You have bargaining.
Bargaining. Let me look at this.
It'll be on your character sheet. You'll see a little thing that says bargaining underneath communications.
I don't have bargain. I have persuasion.
Give me a persuasion check for that one.
Bam.
Damn.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Grab my sledgehammer and just go. So as I'm like, my hand. Got places to go and no.
So Mark, you contact and it goes Starship Actium. This is Ganymede Control. We read you. How can I help you? So Mark, go ahead and give me your spiel.
We're looking for a berth at Ganymede.
You and about 700 other ships. All of
Any
the
chance we
registered
can move
berths.
up that list?
Maybe if you do something for me.
What do you need?
Maybe some extra script may fall out your pocket. Maybe get you to the front of the line.
Maybe. How much script you need?
Let's just say 2,000. That's a lot of money for you right now.
Yeah.
As you hesitate, he goes, "Too rich for your blood. You can wait the time." Pierce, it's up to you. You can talk now.
I'm trying to think about what to say.
Come on, Sledge. Make it happen.
Trying to think about what to say because I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, part of me wants to be like, sort of, I don't know. Part of me wants to be like, imply urgency here and be like, listen, we're dealing with something exceptionally important at the moment, and it's very time sensitive. We need to get through as soon as possible. If there's any way we can make this up to you afterwards as soon as we get what we need to do done, I'll definitely, get back in touch with you or, see what we can arrange, but we need to get in there. This is exceptionally important.
That's what you say?
That's kind of what I want to convey. I'm not sure if that's going to do it, though.
That works. So, like, as he just kind of, like, as Mark hesitated, and he goes, "Well, too bad." You kind of take the comms, you go, listen, and you do that whole spiel. And he goes,
listen. We got to get the heck in there, okay? These people, they're trading to whatever it is, they can wait, but ours is very time sensitive. We can fly out here for 8 days. just to wait an extra
Okay.
2.
And he kind of like type something on his terminal and kind of pops up on your screen. You're at berth 1444. Okay, 1444. When you come in, just make a request for landing, and you'll be let in right away.
Thank you. Deeply appreciated.
Ganymede station out, and kind of closes the communications.
Okay.
Thank you.
That man in a ring.
Pierce is a charming motherfucker. I'll just say that.
Well done, Sledge.
So you guys get to the station. You guys see. So let me describe the station as you guys are coming in, because it's important. As you're flying in, there are hundreds of ships around you. You guys, your ship picks up MCRN cruisers, gunships, some patrol craft from the UN, massive freighters, ice haulers, tiny freighters, small shuttles and transports. Everything's coming in and out. And as you guys get closer and closer to the moon, you see huge reflective mirrors, which are used to shed light down onto the giant domes of Ganymede, where all of the crops that kind of feed the outer belt, and in some cases even Mars and Earth, are grown. It's a massive feat of engineering. And Lennox, you have never seen something like this outside of Earth. This is insanity. And Sloan and Mark, it reminds you of things like Olympus Mons back on Mars. It's that kind of impressive. Just the sheer amount of volume of ships coming in and out, and these huge, and no one's hitting the mirrors. Like, there's just ships flying back and forth all over the place, and these mirrors, huge. I mean, like, they take up like a cruiser looks tiny compared to these mirrors. But you make your way in to the port. You guys find your bay. You land, and a kind of an arm extends and docks with your airlock. You guys are there. What do you guys want to do?
Perfect. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna. Sloan's gonna ask you guys: should we have somebody be with the ship at all times?
Best, I would definitely say it's a good idea to have someone leave on the ship, and a couple of us need to do some digging around to find out, where this kid is, or where we can, where we might be able to find him. I'm a pretty good point man, so I might just stay with, the crew walking around trying to do stuff. If someone else needs to stay in the ship.
Oh, I can fly the thing if need be, so if you want someone to stay, I'll do it.
Alright, we'll probably just ready you if we need you to come out for anything.
You got it.
Worst case scenario, we can leave our silent partner. We had our fifth crew member introduced.
Oh, he's not come out. He's not come out of the thing at all.
He's just been in his bunk the whole time.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah. So
You knock on the door, he doesn't respond. Like, even if you broke open the door, he'd just be sitting there looking at you with a rifle, cleaning it.
But we can
staring
like
at
check
you
to make
while
sure he's
cleaning the
alive,
rifle.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure he's alive.
I'm sure we hear him like pop out every once in a while to grab the most basic ration and then go
Exactly, and back in. And as you guys dock, you guys get a little on your comm panel.
back. A telegraph.
ESPN?
Yeah. So you guys answer it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You pull up the
Immediately.
comm panel, and it's a text type beam from somebody. You don't recognize the sender. It just simply says a friend. And what it says specifically is that where are you?
Is there
They
sound?
have another job for you.
Yeah, there is.
You hear
Okay.
the sounds?
We're at the space station, of course.
I'm
Like
like,
the space
whoa.
station. Yeah. In the back,
Technology.
in the text it says, "We have a job for you. This job is very simple. We have a contact on Ganymede Station who's doing fantastic work in artificial gene technology. He's created frozen embryos. He has frozen embryos of pigs, which we could use to triple our meat supply. But we can't just entrust this to anyone. You're a friend of Benji's, so you're a friend of me. If you're interested, go to our friend, mutual friend, doctor, working in Ganymede, and pick up the embryos. Bring them back to the station. No questions asked. Signed, F. Yeah.
No questions asked is awfully suspicious for delivering some pig embryos, but
We're here to kidnap a 19-year-old.
Yeah, but we also had our costs go up a little bit recently, so might be.
I
good
mean,
to
I
pick
wouldn't
up
be
an
against
extra
doing
job.
that. Maybe it might be a good idea to ring up our dear friend and confirm that this is a legitimate contact of his.
Yep.
Okay, you guys want to send a tight beam? There's a time delay, so it'll be a few minutes before you can get back.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
we'll go ahead and get that.
Assuming Benji isn't holding his calls.
That's true, yeah.
Well, so I'm thinking we respond to the tight beam that we'll look into taking care of that, and then we message Benji. That way, they have an immediate response, but we get to find out before we actually act.
Yes.
Mr. F.
So do you guys want to send the message now, or do you want to wait for it?
Well, sending it straight away.
Okay, what are you saying in the message?
Hey, Benji, received message from F. Are you familiar with this person?
Regarding, pig embryos.
I wasn't planning
Okay.
to go into that detail, but if you want to, we
regarding,
can.
I mean, Benji probably knows a lot of people whose name starts with F. We're gonna need some.
Okay.
Regarding a cargo transport job here on Ganymede.
Okay,
There you go.
you send that off. It's going to be probably 30 minutes, 40 minutes to get the response back.
Yep, I'll be on the ship, so we'll get the response.
All right, Mark's staying on the ship.
And we all got our little space cell phones, so we're good.
I totally
Yeah.
just heard that New York Godzilla roar in this ambient we're listening to. It was right there. I was like, oh!
Mark.
It's a very busy
shoot-
spaceport.
Shoot me the
Space
address for our
lizards.
insurance friend. I'm gonna look into him before I ruin my life over another rich brat again.
There you go. Done.
So you guys are docked. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm
Yeah.
heading to look to the insurance guy's apartment.
Sloan, you joining them?
Yeah, I'll go with him.
I'm sticking with the group just in case,
Okay.
Besides, you always need a lookout whenever you're at an apartment.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys head out into the station. The station is it's fairly typical. It's very similar to the stations you've seen in the past, similar to series. It seems older though. There's a lot more old tech here. Lots of movements. You see a lot of people in lab coats. People in like carrying. You see like tractors being driven down these bad wide spaces, being driven into certain domes. You see farm equipment, large pallets of food being moved around, lots of soil being transported as well, back and forth. And when you step off the station, you guys bump right into three very big belters. Standing in your path are 3 heavily muscled belters, 2 men and a woman. All 3 are dressed like dock workers, but apparently sport tattoos associated with the local Grega crime syndicate. One of the men steps up and flashes a piece tucked inside his coveralls. Shows his pistol. He goes, "Oi! Where you heading, Koyos?" He asks in a thick belter accent.
To hell if we don't change our ways.
And he looks at you and goes, "If you want to off Ado, you're gonna need past security. That's us, Sasuke."
Okay, what did he just actually say? Because what?
You want off the Ado.
You're gonna have to, or out of the docks probably. You're gonna have to get past security, and that's them. Do you understand?
But
Okay, so Sloan, you're confused.
Approximately.
Pierce, you
But,
got it exactly what he said. You grew up with this kind of slang, so you know exactly what he
Got
said.
it.
And-
Cass actually has no idea. I just happen to know a little bit of Belter slang.
yeah.
I'm the one with a lot of persuasion here.
Mhm.
Once again, what exactly was it we're getting into, or we're walking past? Like,
He walks right, like you stepped out of the airlock, boom, they're right in front of you.
Oh.
It's like they were waiting for you.
Those... Man.
like they were waiting for us. Like,
They saw a new ship
do they
dock.
come across as regular security?
No, they look like they're in coveralls. They look like dock workers. But the guy did flash a pistol at you when he was talking.
Gotcha. Well, look, I'm gonna ask: are you guys legitimate security? Is that a threat? You guys threatening us? We've got business to conduct.
He looks at you and goes, "Pampa, what's with the Wawala speak? You we legitimate security? Yeah, we security. As far as you're concerned, we the only security."
And by the way, what do you mean by Walla speech? You're saying because I don't sound like a Belter?
Yes, he says you sound like a Earther or a Martian.
Someone down the well, aka from a gravity well.
It's funny because, like, I guess I'm technically a Belter in the game, but I personally, as Haven Country, don't know the Belter accent that well.
Accent? Yeah, it's okay.
Thinking about what to say to these guys. Can I roll for persuasion on them again?
Yeah, go for it.
Let them know, like, hey, listen, guys. Alright. Oh, double click. Damn. 11. Not the most persuasive.
Can I assist him in any way?
Give me. I don't know if there's assists in this thing.
There's a mechanic for it, but I don't remember exactly how it works. Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, I could just offer to settle this over a drinking match.
How many people are around? Aside
There's
from
lots of
just
people.
these-
There's lots of people moving around. Lots of other folks around the area. No one's really paying attention though.
Okay, gotcha. Any actual security nearby?
Not that you can see.
So I'm trying to weigh the chances of just simply walking right past them.
So you did a persuasion, so you want to try to persuade them, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I rolled an 11 though.
Tell me what you say.
Trying to think about what to say. Alright, so they come out and they say legitimate security and stuff like that. I don't know the whole Belter accent or how to use the whole thing, but I'm assuming what I'm about to say is with a lot of
Okay, you're gonna kind of use your own kind of code switch
like
like
Belter stuff like that, and be like, hey man, from Belter to Belter, let me tell you something. Like a lot of these guys, they're not from around here. They're not. They don't get how we operate to the same degree. But tell you what, from Belter to Belter, we've got some work to do. We've got some jobs to do. It's been a long friggin' trip, and I'm gonna try to kind of like be friendly with him, stuff like that. It's kind of like, hey, between us, like these guys are, they only know what they're doing.
You like
take it easy on them for now.
About to load the loader. Like we Koyos no, Earth Duster no, don't understand us the battle loader.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kind of thing. So you kind of talk to him about it, and they kind of look at you, and that big guy kind of nods and goes, when you mention that you've got stuff to do, he goes, no, Koyo, you don't have anything to do in Ganymede. Sasa?
Sasa, what does Sasa mean again?
Sasa means understand.
It's like savvy.
I mean, what makes you so certain we have nothing to do here? We just arrived. Clearly, we got a reason to be here.
Because we told you have nothing to do here.
So, what do you have against it? Or us, I should say.
I got nothing against you, Koyo. I do have a job to do. And you are getting in the way of my job. So go back on your ship and leave.
How many of them are there?
3.
Cass reaches into his jacket pocket, and as he's doing it, he says, look, we're all professionals here. I'm sure we can reach some kind of understanding. What sort of agreement could we reach regarding maybe rite of passage? And he reaches past his shoulder holster, showing his very fine firearm.
Yeah.
But then pulls his credit chip out of his jacket.
Roll me. He basically, you're gonna have to give me. He says, well, you could pay a dock maintenance fee, and I could look the other way.
All right.
How much would that go for?
What's the running rate on dock?
You'd have to roll. You'd have to roll me a cost of 13.
Okay.
Whatever your income is.
Okay. So.
Probably should have mentioned I do have my. I always take my sledgehammer with me, but I'm trying to figure out. I probably just have it slinged on my back.
Yeah, I assume that you all have your weapons on you as you're leaving here. And armor and such, that you have armor.
Would I be able to see any of this from the ship?
Oh, you see everything from the ship. You can see that easily from the security cameras.
So.
Ship
no
point
such thing as
defenses
income
online.
Stunts, so.
You
gonna do that?
Just bring them on, not shoot them. Bring them on.
Okay. You get an
All
instant wave.
I'm gonna roll for the fee.
Okay, roll.
Okay, and yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you pull it out. Reduce your thing by 1, by the way.
Yep.
So because this is a cost. So you pull it out. You kind of hand him your swipe him some money. He kind of looks at it and goes, "Pleasure, busy doing business with you. Enjoy Ganymede." He kind of tips his hand and walks off with him and the three buddies.
I tuck it back in and I turn to the other two. Just so you know, I'm recouping that out of our stipend.
All right. Point defense is offline.
Okay, the second you turned on the point defense system, you get an immediate hail from the dock, being like, "What the fuck are you doing with your point defense systems online?" You actually
sorry, spilt a drink on the
terminal.
It won't
and then
happen
you get a
again.
hail from the MCRN, and you get a massive target lock on your ship from at least 3 different ships in orbit.
Yep.
And the MCRN hails you and goes, Actium, what the hell are you doing?
Sorry, spilt a drink on a terminal. It won't happen again.
You turn the PDCs offline, and they kind of calm down a little bit.
You know, I totally forgot, and I just realized I probably should have tried for, because I know that my character has a bit of a reputation in the belt. Probably could have tried to use that. Forgot about that.
Well, I'm sure that's a currency we'll have another chance to use.
Very true, very true.
So, you guys are in Ganymede Station. So what do you guys want to do?
The plan was to head to the insurance salesman's address, and I've lost my notes on his.
Okay, so you want to go to Patricia's address?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys, it's pretty easy to get there. You guys got that information and heading in, and you find out that he's you, like as you go in there, you're finding like really it's an upscale part of the station. Lots of really rich apartments and homes in this area as you're heading towards that area. But as you guys arrive, you you find a group of two armored up individuals. They're wearing security uniforms.
Okay.
They're like standing outside the station. They see you walk up, and the man kind of holds up his hand and goes, "All right, stop right there. This is station security."
Station security. That's
Security matter here, sir.
well. Color me a concerned bystander. Then we were just here to see a mutual friend of one of our acquaintances about something business related. Is Mr. Catrici okay?
Mr. Catrici has not been home for several days. We came in to find his door locked, and we're trying to enter it ourselves. If you know Mr. Catrici, maybe you can come with me to the station, to the office, and we can talk a little bit more about this, your mutual friend.
Well, it's more of a business arrangement. We haven't met Mr. Catrici before, but we were sent here to speak with him. I don't mean to step on any toes. I've greatest respect for security forces, but I'm something of I might be able to get in the door. Of course, I'd be happy to stand back and let your fine gentlemen do their work. But I'm just concerned about the safety of my contact. I did not expect to see you here. I'll be honest.
Well, stand back for right now. We're going to be investigating ourselves. If you need to know more about Mr. Catrici, if anything you could find, we can talk more about this at the station. And he hands you his card. And on it says Wendell.
Fair. If you run into a dead end with that door and don't want to, cause property damage breaking it down, feel free to reach out. We're docked at berth 1444. You leave a message there for us before I'm able to speak with you again. I'm happy to attempt to get through that door for you.
Okay. That's fine. And as you finish the conversation, you see the other station agent is kind of working the panel and trying to get it, and finally, boop, pops the lock open. The door swings open.
Oh, guess my services won't be needed in that regard.
That's the truth. And as the door opens, a bit of a gunfight starts happening all suddenly as the door opens. Just bullets starts raining through the open door, and the Pinkwater security agent just dips behind the corner, the one who was opening the door, and the other one just kind of hits the wall as quickly as possible. What do you guys want to do?
Cass drops to a knee and pulls his pistol out.
Is anybody wounded?
Likewise.
No one's wounded. There's just bullets flying through, and you hear some scuffle on the inside, some shouts.
Yeah, Sloane's definitely gonna back the hell up. She doesn't have a projectile weapon.
I too will grab my pistol.
Okay.
She's gonna let the pistol wielders get in the way.
With that, we're gonna take a quick break before we get into the heated of this, so I can also get some better music playing.
Boy.
So we'll be right back, guys. Feel free to go grab something to drink, something to eat, that kind of stuff. There's you guys watching. Thank you so much for watching so far. This is, of course, the Spice Must Roll. We're doing the first episode. We're covering the season 1 with the Expanse RPG. We'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. All right, guys, we're back. Let's get into the combat. I actually have some technical. I want to make sure I have everything set up properly. Save changes, and then we're gonna go to battle map. There we go. Boom. I don't know why it says that it's doing that.
That's beautiful.
Not what it's supposed to be.
Ah, the true battleground. Twitch.
Yes.
That's the battle map.
And check. Yep. All right, so we're back.
Yay.
So, last time we left, you guys were having a hail of bullets coming out at you. Now you guys are in the corner, in the hallway. 2 Pinkwater security agents are with you, and there are bullets flying out of the inside of this apartment.
Oh boy!
Yay. Initiative
what do you guys want
time?
Initiative time. Give me some initiative.
So
Alrighty,
that's
here we go.
just a straight dexterity roll unless you have the focus. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh. Alrighty.
All right.
Rolled 7.
So, 12, 8, and 17. So, Pierce, you're up first. Let me roll the other ones.
Roll for initiative.
It's a dexterity roll, right?
Yeah, unless
Yes.
they have the dexterity initiative focus.
Right. That's for the.
Thuggaroos.
Yep. So the thugs are. So first up in the order is Pierce.
Alrighty. Let's see here. What am I able to do?
So
One
it's
ducked by the
kind of-
door.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking system-wise.
No, that. One ducked by the door. Both of the guards are on the outside. Yeah.
Yes. Most of the both the guards on the outside with you. They're covered for right now.
Got it. I'm gonna run up to that door as well, or on the other side of that door where he is. Weapon drawn, of course, and take a look on the or see if I can't take a peek or try to see what's on the inside, see what I can find, where they're located, any of that sort of stuff.
Okay.
So am I able to move him, or is that what DM do?
Yes, you're gonna move. You should be able to move him right there to peek him through.
Yeah.
All right, so you move in, you peek through, and you see three thugs kind of hunkered down inside the thing. One's behind a couch, one's kind of behind a chair, and the other one's kind of right by a bar, like behind a bar. They're shouting and they're kind of waving pistols out towards you guys.
Okay. I'm not against the idea of, kind of getting inside, but I'm not confident doing that without somebody, covering with, fire as well at the same time. Or how exactly are we gonna?
So you can, you're on the kind of corner. You could probably make it inside and take cover behind the bar if you wanted to. Right now they don't seem to notice you. So you think you might be able to do that.
All right, sounds good. Yes, I'm going to do just that. I'm going to run on the inside real fast, do a cool little roll, and get right behind that counter, or right behind the bar.
Okay.
Still drawn still. I'm gonna take a few shots. Is it possible for me to maybe take a shot or two or just a shot
you can move and take a shot. So.
Okay, I will do that. I'll try to shoot that guy who's closest.
All right, roll me a accuracy check.
Of note,
13.
Unless you have the pistol style ability or talent or power or whatever it's called, you have to take your shot at the beginning or the end of your movement.
Yeah,
Okay.
So he just moved, so
yeah,
that's fine. All right, so you roll. Which one were you shooting at? To ping which one you were going to be shooting at. Just gonna hold it over like that.
That one.
That one. Okay. So you take a shot, and it wings him in the arm as you fire. You can hear him go "Ugh!" as he kind of hits the ground. He's not quite down yet. You definitely hit him though. All right. Next is, I believe,
either the guards or the thugs, whichever one rolled better.
Yeah, the thugs. So the thugs now all open up on you. Let's see. So the first shot, who you wings, didn't take a shot at you, Pierce. 13. Does that beat your toughness? Or it's your defense.
My defense is 14. I'm assuming that includes the +1 already bumps that up a 1.
Yeah, because you're wearing armor.
14.
So you take a shot, boom, misses, bounces off your armor. It hits you, but it bounces off the armor as it hits you. You kind of fall back a little bit. You kind of cover yourself. Oh, thank God. And you didn't get hit.
Yeah.
The other three are also going to take shots at you as well.
Other two?
The other two. There are 3 of them inside.
Yeah, you said other 3, and I'm like, where's the 4th thug?
Oh, sorry.
I assume that's as I'm running in, not necessarily when I'm behind cover.
It's like as you ran. These all happened at the same time. So
Okay,
as you
got
were running into cover, they were as you shot, they were all fired back at you around the same time.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so you'd get your cover bonus because this still uses an initiative system, so they are acting after you, so you are in cover from 2 of them, but not the one on the top. Well, depending on where you end up.
He's within cover. He's got kind of full cover between you.
Sorry, I couldn't see as many. Yeah, you'd have cover.
So all 3 shots, 2 shots hit your armor and bounce off. The other one just wings wildly and misses you. Next up is
oh boy,
I believe Lennox. You're up.
Yep. So I am going to be taking a similar tactic. I'm going to be coming in and ducking down sort of between this table and chair, kind of get in there. But I do have pistol style, so I'm going to make my shot when I'm about here on the run, and I'm going to go for this guy in the back. How do I? There we go. That guy.
That guy. All right.
Yep.
Shot on the run. Go for it.
Yep. So I'm gonna type out my roll manually rather than doing accuracy because I have an extra +2 on it for my very fine pistol.
Okay.
So that would be a. Oh, it didn't do the +4. That would be a 14.
Reason it's not
Nope.
showing up on my screen.
It didn't actually roll. Never mind.
Okay.
Let's try that again. Because I used the wrong type of prefix. I'm used to Twitch chats.
Yeah. There
Okay.
you go.
So
Plus-
it's a 10, but I have 2 stun points. If 10 is enough to hit, I don't know.
Double checking that real quick.
If they have no dexterity bonus and no armor.
No, it doesn't. It misses. So you take a shot and it just like bounces wide as you try to get behind cover. You just can't quite get a good sight on them. Next up is Sloan. What did you get, Sloan? You got a 8. So yeah. So next up is the 2 Pinkwater agents. They're going to kind of go balls out. This one is going to rotate. Oop, oh, that's not. All right, well, he's just going to face backwards for right now. He is going to kind of run in, kind of taking partial cover here and taking a shot at the guy right in front of the one you winged there, Haven.
Got it.
And missed pretty badly. Absolutely just runs in, boom, boom, missing terribly as he runs in. Then this one, who is Wendell, runs in and takes cover by you, taking a shot at the same guy. Oops, wrong one to roll.
Did Mark do a damage roll for his guy?
Oh, no. Pierce didn't do a damage roll.
Pierce, sorry.
Roll. So I
Mark's
forgot to do that. Roll the damage, which is I believe 1 or 2.
2d6
plus,
for a pistol,
yeah.
plus accuracy, I think.
Yes. So it's +1. 2d6 +1 for you.
Yeah. Also, I forgot my accuracy was 3, so my roll was technically an 11. I'm assuming that still guys.
Yeah, miss still. So Pierce, do that for me real quickly. 2d6 +2.
Gotcha. How exactly do I roll it? Do I just type 2d6 plus 2?
Slash roll space 2d6.
2d6 +2. Yeah.
2d6 plus...
All right, 9 damage.
So the I'm assuming that exceeds the dude's toughness.
Yes.
And so he would make a Constitution check to try and unless he has fortune points. I don't know if you. Okay, then he would make a Constitution check to try and soak a wound, and if he doesn't get up to a 9 on a Constitution check, then he also would make a second one to try and soak an injury.
Yeah, so he goes from wound to injury to and then out. Or
Taken out, yeah.
Taken out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, so he's able to soak. So he's like you said, he's wounded. So now he's got he's definitely gotten hit, but he's not terrible. He can still fire back and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't take any negatives.
Who's the one
right.
who took that damage again?
That was this guy right here, the one that you fought hit at first.
Ah, right.
Now he is going to. Did I roll for Wendell?
No, you haven't had Wendell.
I did.
Yeah, right.
I did.
He missed as
17.
well.
No,
Or,
he
no,
rolled
he hit.
17.
Ah.
Yeah, he hit. He's going to roll. Let's see. $14. The other guy, real quick, to make sure he's good.
Is he using a rifle? That's awesome.
No, he's using a pistol.
Oh, then it should be 2d6, not 3d6.
Oh, my bad. So we'll just say
for damage.
Legit, yeah, let's drop 1/4. So instead of 9, no 10. But the guy saved it anyways. So
Okay,
he
so
he's now he went from injured to wounded. So he's taken another shot, like to the other. First winged him in the arm, the other one's hitting him in the other arm, and so he's feeling real bad. He's filled with bullets and bleeding pretty badly right now.
I'm gonna double check.
Gotta get some good battle music or something. Go for my old standby.
Oh yeah.
So Gunther says
Well, no,
he's
so
not hearing
so
you,
it's
Paul.
There
So
we go.
it's-
Ha! My bad.
So to clarify, we're gonna keep the combat at the stage we've put it right now for where everybody is, but the wound system works a little bit differently than we were doing it. The way it works is you roll the damage, and then first you take that total damage number and you reduce it by toughness. That gives you your actual damage number that got through. You can then spend fortune points if you have them to reduce the damage on a 1-to-1, and that represents, lucky glances and that sort of thing. Or if you don't have enough fortune points or you don't want to spend them because it's your choice, you can take an injury. If you choose to take an injury, you roll a d6 and reduce the remaining damage by that amount. If that takes up all the damage, you're good. You took an injury. You have the injured status, which is basically a -1 on everything.
Yeah.
If you don't soak all of the damage with that d6 roll, you then take a wound. So you roll another d6. If that equals the damage that's left after toughness and injury, then you're wounded, which is a -2 to everything. If there's still damage left over at that point, you're taken out.
You're taken out. Got you. All right. Cool. So you basically have 3 statuses. You don't have actual HP. You have like you do in other systems. It's more just
I have actual HP.
because you're HP brain case. All right. Let's do this. Who's the GM here? Obviously HP is. He can do that.
Sorry.
We're still getting used. I'm still getting used to a lot of the combat systems and making everything work. All right. So let's go from. So he rolled a toughness. So he actually has. So we kind of were doing that, but instead of a 3d6, he should have been rolling a 1d6.
Yeah, 1d6 and no Constitution modifier on the damage soaking.
Plus, and add his toughness, right?
So you never add toughness to the roll. It's the initial damage, unless it's penetrating damage. You reduce that by total toughness.
Okay.
So like say you get
he
10
took 10
damage,
and he has toughness of 2. So he has it's now down to 8 damage. So if he rolls a 1d6, it's impossible for him to not soak this up and to take this into a wounded status.
Correct, but he would still do that in order to see how much of the 1d6 he reduces.
Yeah.
So now that 8 becomes a 6 because you rolled a 2, and now he can take a wound. If he rolls a 6, he's wounded and not taken out.
So if he rolls a 6 next time.
Well, no. So he still has damage on this attack that he needs.
Oh,
to
got you. That's what he rolled. Though. His the damage that was given out was 10 damage.
Yeah. So he took 10 damage. He reduced it by 2 for his toughness, so it's 8. He took an injury to reduce it further, so now he still has 6 damage to contend with. Which he would then to soak. He would try and take a wound.
Yeah.
Right now, it's not a future roll. You have to either reduce the damage all the way to 0. So you would roll again. If he gets a 6, then he's just wounded. If he gets anything less than a 6, there's damage over the wound, and he's taken.
So he rolls twice. He rolls after the initial damage.
You roll until you get it down to 0,
Got
or
you. Okay,
you're taken out. One or the other.
So now he's taken out because because he didn't roll a 6. So he had 6 points left, took in a wound, now he's taken he rolled again to see if he could soak it up again, but he didn't. So now he has 1 left over and he's taken out. So this
Correct.
guy...
And the
So
person
this
who
guy-
shot him can decide whether he's dead or just like unconscious. It favors the shooter in these cases.
Gotcha. Okay. So the person who shot him can choose if he shot him like injured, like shooting to kill or shooting to unconscious kind of thing.
Yeah, shooting to kill or shooting to what's the word? Disable.
Wound, disable. So yeah, so he comes in, fires off a shot, and there you go. There's some music in the background for those who are watching. I'll try to put these up later. Yay. So he takes a shot, hits him, manages to like wing him in the shoulder, drops his gun, and he just spins around and falls flat on the floor. So Wendell takes this guy out with his shot. Now it is Sloane's turn. Sloane, you're up.
You're muted, Sloan.
Thank you. She's not necessarily somebody who's going to be great in this fight, given that she only has a melee weapon, essentially. But I do have... Can you use your... sorry, that I was
Okay.
switching over for a second. Powers, can you use powers in a situation like this?
Those
If
would
they're
be
applicable.
yeah, if they're applicable. They're kind of like traits. They're kind of like feats.
I was thinking about using improvisation,
okay.
and I can make an ability test that requires a specific focus. I don't know how that works exactly. Like, do you have to tell me what the test is, and then I do the
Tell me what you
focus?
want to do, and I'll tell you what
Okay.
what it is.
She wants to basically see if there's something that she can do to help them without directly getting, like, if there's like I was looking at some of the focuses or things like security, like maybe there's a security system in place that she could mess with or something like that. Just anything where she could like sort of put the odds in their favor, but without like obviously having to get into gunfire because she doesn't have a gun.
Okay, yeah. You could. There's definitely an access panel by his door that you might be able to use to get access to any kind of security that might be there.
Okay, yeah, I would like to do that then.
So you're gonna go ahead and go right here, move your character right there, and start messing on with the
Yeah, I'm gonna futz.
What's
And then it says, even if you don't have, so I can use a specific focus. I don't gain the focus bonus to my roll, though.
Do you have improvisation?
Yeah, and
Just-
I don't generate SP.
Such a good skill.
yeah.
And in investigations, I'm always considered to have tangential focus. So
Go ahead.
I guess I'm going to do intelligence. I think security is based on intelligence. Let me double check because I have that.
Yeah, I have
Yes.
that. Well, it's intelligence.
It's intelligence. So roll me a security or an intelligence check. Okay, so you are sitting there while these bullets are flying everywhere. You kind of type it into the panel kind of over and over again, trying to figure it out, and finally you pull up and you realize there's a gun platform inside this apartment, like a
Whoa.
security, like that had been disabled by the guys when they came in, which was it's like kind of a mini gun that he had small gun he had placed inside the roof of his apartment. So
The hotel in Altered Carbon.
yes,
Nice.
so you've just activated it with this hacking. You won't be able to do anything with it because you've moved and you've done your action, but you can use it next turn.
Okay, sweet. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Wait,
All right,
so
now-
she activated a gun inside the room?
Yeah, there's this little small dome that the second she activated, you hear this, and it kind of pops out and then just starts swinging around. It's like a small, looks like kind of like a small like barrel.
Where would you
attached
say
to
that
a
is,
small
like in the
casing.
room?
It's like right above the guy who you took out. Right
Okay, is there any chance that a gun suddenly pop or a turret popping out of the ceiling might grab the attention of the bandits? So I don't know about you, but if I was sitting there and a gun popped above my head, I'd be like,
of course, they're definitely grabbing attention to that. You want to try to move?
Yeah, probably.
Everyone is looking at this thing swerving around.
Because I would probably use that to my advantage whenever it is, my time to go.
Okay, it's your turn now, so you're up.
All right, sounds good. I am actually going to, I'm gonna fucking go for it. I'm going to whip out my sledgehammer. I'm gonna charge right at that dude who's the guy who I shot the first time. He's not dead yet, I take it.
He's unconscious.
Oh, he's unconscious. Okay.
Yeah.
You
got it.
Is it I know the other guy's a little bit far. Is it possible for me to potentially vault over that little counter and sprint towards, try to, take a massive, take a massive charging swing at that dude towards the north?
100% yes.
I'm going to do just that while they're looking.
You know what your speed is?
13.
Oh yeah, you can get there easy. So yeah, you kind of vault over and charge to this guy right here. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you vault over, sprint as hard as you can with your sledgehammer. Are you about to bring down the hammer?
Fuck yeah, I am. Actually,
is it
I'm
hammer
gonna see if
time?
I can. I'm gonna see if I can bring it up. I'm kind of got it. I'm running with it behind me, almost letting it hover above the ground, and I'll take it up on a big upward swing. See if I can't nail him right in the jaw.
All right, do it. Oh, you're swinging up. Okay, like a golf swing up to hit his jaw.
Pretty much.
Okay, do it. Give me a roll with I believe it is fighting. Give me a fighting roll.
Yes.
Fighting.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck yeah.
There's a reason he has a reputation.
Yes.
Wonderful.
You fought so hard that the
Got
pants came
engravings
off.
on my sledgehammer and everything.
You have 6 stunt points you could use. You have maximum stunt points for melee stunts.
Pantsum.
Use them all.
You could use any of them. You can do feint, disarm, hamstring, bind weapon, armor crush, break weapon.
And you can combine them to make up to 6 points.
Yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I can to see if I can't just fucking clobber this guy.
Like
Just
knocking him out.
sledgehammer to the bottom of the jaw.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt. So you have a couple options. You can do footwork, where you maneuver effortlessly. You gain 1 SP spent to 1 combat-related test of your choice before the end of your next turn. You can reduce the target's initiative by 1 with feint. With 2, you can use. Go ahead.
There's one called Vicious Blow that just adds a d6 of damage to your attack.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
definitely
Wait,
doing
wait.
Vicious Blow. Definitely doing
Is that
that.
just- oh, it's
That costs 2.
general combat stuff. Yeah, that costs 2. You can knock out, which is 4. Which is a target has lost half or more of their fortune. Their attack imposes an unconscious condition.
I'm doing both of those.
I'm
Doing both of those. Spending all 6 points on the damage boost, whatever
Jesus
that
Christ!
is,
Yeah, this is
and
going to be
then
a
the knockout
vicious
blow.
blow.
Fuck
All right, so
yeah.
roll me a what
The
is your-
sledgehammer says melee damage is well, there's roll and that says 2 into that, but then there's damage 2d6 plus 2.
Okay, so 2d6. So roll 3d6 plus 2, because you're doing this as a vicious blow.
Yep. Roll 3d6 plus 2.
He's done.
Oh, that number under that roll column is for my brain. Is for rolling the actual attack.
What do you mean?
Oh, he pointed out a thing on the spreadsheet,
Oh yeah,
got
for
it.
the actual attack.
or not on the character sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's because it's an additional plus d6 that's not calculated in that. It makes a lot more sense. So that's 13 damage.
Which I
His
think
toughness is
exceeds his toughness.
2. Yes, so he has to roll.
Well, because he used the knockout stunt and the damage exceeded his toughness, I think he's actually just knocked out.
Yeah, but he has to be half. It has to be half his.
He has to. He has to have used up half of his fortune points or more.
Oh yeah, but he doesn't have fortune points because he's an NPC. This NPC doesn't. So yeah, you bring up the hammer. You just like bring it in, bam, hit him under the jaw. He flies backwards in the low gravity, flipping over to like 2 or 3 times, smacking onto the floor, just out, little blood pooling around his face.
Fucked.
He's
Obviously, you're not a golfer.
Golfing on Ganymede.
Maybe you'll make 18.
Now the other guy sees
F's
you in the
chat
open.
for this guy. F's in chat.
Jesus Christ. Oh. He pops up and sees you just deck his buddy and just opens up on you. Roll. Double check his stats real quick.
Oh man.
God damn, man.
That was impressive.
Happy to do that shit.
So does that definitely exceeds your toughness, right, Pierce? Or your armor?
Defense.
My defense is 14.
14. Okay, so he tie goes to the defender. So yeah, he hits you and bounces off. But like he hits you square, like right in the chest. Like you kind of like you're super like pumped after you just knock this guy across the room. You're like, yes! But you open up your chest and he goes right and hits you right in like the chest, and you fall like you hit backwards against the wall, kind of stunned for a moment, going, oh.
If it's equal to defense, it's a hit.
Oh, it's a hit? Okay, never mind. So
Yeah.
it does hit.
Oh, okay.
It hits you. It barely pierces your armor, but give me so he gets to roll the damage 6. 2d6. 6. Is that better than your toughness?
Right now my
Toughness is
toughness says toughness says 0 right now.
So toughness should be your Constitution bonus plus your armor bonus.
Constitution plus. Yeah, I don't know why I never got that. For some reason, I don't have any Constitution. I could have sworn I put stuff into that. Did that get reset?
Let me double check.
I know for a fact I should have put something in Dex Constitution. I know. I knew I'm gonna be close, like close range.
So toughness. Yeah, you had a. Oh, you didn't have. You had just armor padding, didn't you?
I think.
So you have a +1 to your toughness. But that looks about right.
Yeah, because you're faster than you are tough.
True.
Yeah, you had 12. That's right. You didn't put any kind of constitution.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So you have toughness of 1. So yeah, it definitely exceeds you. Roll me a 1d6.
You can also spend fortune points to reduce the damage before you roll, and that's
Yes,
sort of
you-
what they're there for.
And you do have 15 fortune points, so you could reduce it entirely. But let me roll his.
When do the
his
fortune
damage.
points reset?
During interludes.
Yes, it's like when you're calmed down. So right now it's 9 damage. So you could spend 9 fortune points and reduce those damage entirely. But
Yeah, we'll do that.
You would have okay.
Correct.
So
6 left.
So it still happens. It pierces your armor, but it drives you back against the wall, and you kind of bang your head against the wall a little bit, stunned. But you kind of cover yourself a little bit, and you're like, no blood. Woo! No blood.
Right.
You're
And
gonna-
look at him, give him this glare that just reads, "You next."
All right. Next up is, I believe.
I think that would be me.
Yeah, you're up next.
Yep. So I am going to actually sort of get in close because my pistol style makes it so I do more damage when I'm next to them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like jump in like actually next to the dude
Just next to him with your gun out. All right.
Yeah.
Do it.
And I will be attacking.
John Woo style.
Yeah. Like because I have tactical awareness and can shoot on the move, I'm shooting as I dive over the chairs.
Doves flying in 0G behind him just randomly.
Bullet time activate.
Yeah. Between pistol style and tactical awareness, I have gun con.
Nice.
Apparently, UN security officers get training in gun con. Who didn't know this?
So 14
Damn.
hits.
It's fucking cool.
Yeah, that hits. Roll me some damage.
Okay. 12 damage. So
Okay.
if
So
he
it's
rolls
10.
6s twice, he won't get taken out. Or no, yeah, 10. So because he has toughness.
Okay, so he's
Okay.
he's wounded.
He's injured. It's injury then wound.
Injury then wound. So he's injured. He's now wounded.
And there's 1 point of damage left that he can't
Yes.
soak. So he's out.
Right, yeah. So he's out. You just leap over and fire once as you leap over, like in midair shooting, and it goes straight for his chest, kind of hits his chest, blows open like a section of his chest. Some blood kind of splatters into the low gravity onto the chair. It flips him around. The force of it flips him around. He flips around and goes face first into the couch, unconscious. As you kind
To
of
be
land
clear,
on this.
I shoot to kill.
Oh, you shoot to kill. Okay,
Yeah.
he's dead. You blew his heart out from the back of his. He's dead. He's dead. Oh, by the way, Pierce, were you going for disabling or for killing?
Killing.
Okay, yeah, that dude also is dead. You broke his face.
His
There are
head
two
is
dead guys.
upside down on his back.
His back. Yeah. Two guys are dead. Now that that's been cleared.
Between the two of us, we're making quite a good action squad.
So Wendell kind of holds up his gun to his buddy and looks around and goes, "God damn! Is that a sledgehammer?" Looks over at you, Pierce. Blood still dripping from your sledgehammer.
Kind of like, like toss up a little bit, spin it around, by the handle. You're like, you damn right it is.
He kind of thinks for a moment and looks at you and goes, "I heard of a bounty hunter who used a sledgehammer, in the system. Are you that guy?"
I kind of like hold out I kind of like, grab the sledgehammer, lift it up, almost like, like I was pointing a bat at someone. Because I've got like my own little markings, stuff like that I put on the hilt, and I'd be like, "You recognize these?" Just kind of like show the like the different markings and stuff like that I made that kind of resemble the the sledge.
They tell the legend of Sledge.
They tell the legend of Sledge.
The sledgend, if you will.
It's the sledgend. You look at him and goes, he looks at you and goes, "Well, goddamn, I never thought I'd actually meet the sledge in person. Pierce goddamn Carver." He looks over at you, Lennox, and goes, "I don't know who the fuck you are, but you obviously know what you're doing."
Yeah, I stand up and holster my gun because I landed on my side. Like it was not a graceful landing.
Can I hear all them?
Yeah,
Be like,
you're
yeah,
on the other
that
side.
shit was cool.
Are all the bad guys like taken care of now?
Room's clear.
Okay, I'm gonna deactivate.
They have
this
been
gun.
Taken care of.
Appreciated.
You disable the gun pops back in.
And then I go in the room.
Okay, so Wendell puts his gun away. His buddy goes over to check the body of the guy he knocked out. And he kind of goes to kind of bandage him up and kind of wakes him. You hear him groan. The guy in the room groan like, "Oh," because he already took in two bullets to his body. And the guy picks him up and kind of throws cuffs on him. And Wendell looks at you guys and says, "Well, place is yours to look through. You guys obviously earned it. Whatever you're doing here, I'm not going to stop you. I wasn't told to stop any bystanders from coming in, and I have no idea who these assholes are."
Wait,
Oh, go ahead.
they're that same security. You said Pinkerton or something like that.
Well,
Pinkwater.
Pinkwater is who Wendell works for.
Yeah.
They're
Right.
on our side. right now.
But Pinkwater, in the contract for Kai, it mentions Pinkwater and how we have no
We have no jurisdiction.
right.
So we got lucky here that we're basically.
Well, I'm just thinking, out of character and for in character, like this might be a good opportunity to change that.
Yeah.
Very true.
So she's definitely like in character. She's gonna say, "So, gentlemen," and she's gonna look at those two that we fought with. Before you go, I might be. We might be in the market finding somebody else as well.
No,
You.
in support of that, I flip out Wendell's card from my pocket, and I'm like, and I'm thinking we might be able to have some sort of mutually beneficial exchange of information.
He nods and looks at both of you guys. We could talk. Here, let me get my buddy out of here. He looks at him and goes, take him booking. Make sure he's, falls somewhere on the way there. No one shoots goddamn Pinkwater in our goddamn station.
Working man's gotta work.
And the other guy kind of nods and kind of backhands the dude with the butt of his pistol to the back of his head to kind of like get him to move forward. The guy he's cuffed so he can't defend himself and goes, "Ow!"
Oh, that's a nasty fall.
And the guys walk out. Oh, go back to the conversation screen real quick. So now you guys have a chance to kind of look through the place if you want to. He's sitting there. He sits on like one of the stools, and goes, "All right. So what do you want to know?"
I just sort of like nod at Sloane so that she can take over the conversation, and I start picking through the insurance guy's apartment.
I show him. I would have it on my little thing, right? The picture.
Real quick, before that, can I go ahead and grab the gun that the dude I just beat the shit out of? I'll just grab it and just stow that shit away. Just loot whatever I can off of him.
Yeah,
Appreciate a free weapon.
You find you gotta grab his pistol. You're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna show the guy the picture of Kai and ask him if he's seen him.
By the way, let me see if I can pull this up. Here's what Wendell looks like.
Is he hot?
He's older, balding, pretty big. He definitely, he speaks with an accent.
I think during episode 0, I did roll myself in a 16 for attractiveness.
Yeah, you did. You super hot. You super fly, girl.
I'll add this so everyone else can see him right now, but this. So you you pull up a picture of Kai, which you guys should be able to see in your journals right now.
I'll show you.
It's in the handouts on your journal.
I'm gonna show chat this so they can have an idea of what he looks like. But he looks look at it and goes, "I've seen this kid."
Where and doing what, if you remember?
He kind of starts thinking about it to himself, trying to remember where he'd seen it last. That's what Kai looks like right there. He goes, it's just, I don't know. Just trying to think about this. It was definitely in some of the not so good places of the system, of the station.
How long ago did you last see him?
All this. sure I have the right section. Because, well, first off, let me ask you, why do you need him?
He's his family's concerned about his whereabouts.
Who's his family?
This guy so far, Wendell, he knows who Pierce is, right? Like
he knows who
like,
Pierce is. Yeah.
I don't know
Pierce
if
has
there's a
got
way
a
for me to.
reputation.
He
I don't
knows
know if
Pierce
there's
is
a
a
way-
bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Okay, so he kind of probably understands to a certain degree. Okay, that we're.
Is it
probably-
cool if I interject?
Please,
Sure.
please do, because she's definitely gonna kind of look at you guys and be like, "Should I answer?"
What was it? So the family that's actually like the actual details of the family there, like what, like who exactly were they again?
They're,
Like just so I know what I'm talking
Good.
they're a very wealthy family who deal in luxury imports to all places around the outer planets. We're talking like wine, cheese, stuff that you wouldn't be able to get easily in the outer planets, stuff that you'd only find on Earth.
Gotcha. I'll speak up and I'll just be like, I'll pretty much be like, I won't, give the details, but I'll definitely be like, very worried, wealthy parents, merchants, if you will. We've been hired to go ahead and find them, because he up and disappeared one day.
Which family?
That's what I'm here for. What was the name of the family again?
Dardanus.
It was,
Or
Dardanus.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and let them know that it's the way I operate. I tend to keep my clientele's information private like that, but I do guarantee, or I do assure you, there's no ill intent in that. I don't operate that way. I'm sure you know that.
Well,
Simply clientele, privacy, and security.
you said this is a very wealthy clientele you have.
As far
Is
as
one of
I've been informed, yes.
Are they? Do they have any interests here in this station that you know of?
That much I'm unaware of. All we know is that their lost son happens to be somewhere around here.
So you're hired to find the lost son of a wealthy individual who may be here on Ganymede.
That's about it.
And he looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's obvious you don't necessarily have the legal jurisdiction to do whatever you're doing. Not that I know of a man looking like that. Probably, 19, 20 years old? Probably independent. Unless he's been kidnapped, and I've not heard anything about a kidnapping recently. This man was walking free last time I saw him. But you might want to check out...
At least as free as you're aware. Can I try to roll for persuasion?
Yeah, give it to me. Because you actually have bonuses to it, too, because you're talking to an authority figure. You got that
Exactly.
talent,
Oh yeah.
Well,
So-
and if his reputation would impress this guy, he gets another +2, according to the impressions and attitudes section on
Yeah,
103.
definitely. So +2 plus whatever that bonus is. I think it's an additional +2. So +4 plus whatever you normally roll. So roll and then add a +2 or add a +4. So roll your persuasion roll first.
Alright, persuasion.
Jesus Christ. Pierce is in his element right now, guys. He's in his fucking element. So
Oh,
He goes,
look,
"All right."
that's what I say. I say walking free as far as you know. Especially when once the person disappeared, it's highly unlikely that person may have left on their own will. They could be they could be getting kept here. You have no idea. There's, between you and me, there's a lot of sketchy things going on around here. We just about got robbed just stepping into this station. So
Yeah, it's
Just about. I shout from the other room.
look, yeah, just about. And I'm like, fine, got it. Let's just say, for the safety of this station, I decided to not start swinging quite yet, and then kind of like toss the, spin the sledgehammer around a little bit.
Kind of sits there and goes, all right. Couple things. One, you want to look into a local Grega. Local Grega is definitely involved in this in some way, shape, or form. Guy by the name of Kilo. Nasty bastard. Runs most of the process down here. And he looks over the bodies, looking by the tats on these guys. They're part of his crew too. And the mention of local Grega, like you guys all recognize local Grega as a kind of a pretty well-known gang. They're kind of like MS-13 or the Mafia. They're one of those groups that just everyone knows about. And you notice that the people who you talked to at the docks were also local Grega, and that these guys are local Grega. So local Grega's got their hands all up in this for some reason. He goes, Kilo he was rolling with this guy named Kilo. Last time I saw him, he was taking this kid outside of a brothel, pretty well known, very reputable establishment. They do pretty good. Called La Cache.
Oh.
It's a licensed brothel operating out of Ganymede. Kid looked pretty weak, kind of strung out. You know what I mean? He didn't seem like he was in any kind of danger, but it definitely sparked my interest that Kilo himself had his arm around this kid's body. Kid was almost leaning into him as they were walking out of the brothel.
Huh. Alrighty. Is there any more information you might be able to give us, or is that all?
That's about it. But I do know if you can find a Kilo, you come talk to me. We've been trying to bust their activities around here for weeks now. And now that they've been dealing with this Earther fella, and now your lost rich boy, something's not good. Something's rotten in the heart of local Grega. Normally we deal with a little bit of racketeering here and there. It's part of the doing business. Part of the part about doing business. It's just kind of what we need. But this is something bad. They're doing something real wrong. They're stepping out of line. We need to kind of lay down the hammer. So if you find anything about this, you call me. You call me, not call Pinkwater. You call me. I'll get my people down there.
Hey, you got it. I'll give him kind of like a little, backhanded, pat on the shoulder. Be like, hey, man, appreciate you so far. You scratching my back, I'll definitely scratch yours.
As long as you keep my station safe, that's all that matters. He kind of walks over, gives kind of a salute, and good luck. Stay safe.
I'll give him a nod back.
You too.
He walks out and the door closes behind you. So what do you guys want to do while you're in there?
I want to take a position just like in the corner of the room and just survey everything. I'm trying to get a feel for this guy. Like what he's into, where based on the stuff we know about him so far and like the hidden gun turret, where he might have kept things. I'm just trying to get a gut feeling about the apartment.
Okay, so you're gonna search, kind of look through. You're searching your gut.
Yeah, I'm like
you're trying to justify your investigation with gut feeling.
Maybe
didn't you get gut feeling?
I have perception, intuition.
Yes, do it. Give it to me.
I want to loot.
Right.
I mean, investigate.
Loot. All right. So
Where'd my character sheet go? There you
I'll evaluate the loot. Yay!
are. There we go. Not amazing.
Okay.
You know what? I'm actually going to spend some fortune on this. Because you can spend fortune to change dice rolls.
You can, but it's double the points.
So it's double if you're changing the stunt die. Otherwise, you spend the number you want to change the die to, not the difference, but the actual number.
Okay.
So if I wanted to do, which is what I'm doing right now, and turn the 1 into a 3, it costs me 3 points because it's just the number I'm changing it to.
All right. So
but I got lucky and didn't have to use any in the fight.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that.
So that becomes a 12 with 2 stun points.
12. Okay. So you you're trying to intuit, see what this guy was. Tell me again what you're trying to find out through your intuition.
I'm trying to get a feel for just sort of what kind of guy this was based on his living environment, and if there's anything that looks out of place, not counting the dead bodies that nobody's come to pick up yet.
So there's some spots out of place. You can pretty much tell it's these thugs are the ones who brought them into the apartment. But mostly it seems like you are dealing with a very neat guy. He's got lots of finance magazines and financial reports all over the place. He seems there's kind of some documentation you just kind of see that's been on his desk that's very prominent. And there you find I guess there's no desks in here. It'd be on the main table, very prominent. Obviously, like he had been reading it recently, and it specifically talks about a deal with the local Grega. And you see Akilo's name, you see Catrici's name, both kind of working out a deal where he would buy any properties that the local Grega, that Akilo would pick up in the system or in the station, and that the caretaker Catrici would then purchase it from him for a reduced rate. He would be considered caretaker, and then he would purchase it from Akilo at a reduced rate. And then those systems himself, you see other papers of him selling them for like at least 3 or 4 times the value that he purchased them for. But you see like lots of reports just by kind of looking around, kind of looking through. You can tell that this guy was into some sort of scheme. Where
this sounds like money laundering.
Yes,
like straight up.
Yeah, it's money laundering.
I technically have stunt points because I changed the die. I'm spending them on intuition for my own personal intuition.
Yes,
he's laundering money through these property purchases.
But everything stopped. All the papers stop at about a week ago. There's no more dates after about a week ago.
I am going to take another quick scan through them, specifically looking, because now this is getting kind of knotted up. I'm going to look for any references to that brothel that we were directed towards.
You're looking around, you don't see any references to
it.
Okay. So anything, Sloan, Pierce, you guys want to look through anything?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to see if I can identify anything, take a look around.
Yeah, same for me. I'm gonna probably evaluate.
Yeah, give me the perception. Perception seeing. Okay. You are able to find a lot more about this guy, more than just the money laundering. You find the place looks spick and span, as if this thing has not been touched in a while. You can even see some of the tread. You can see some of the tread from the boots. that seem very fresh, but you can see like outside of the blood and the bodies, it's almost spotless. So then when you walk into one of the bedrooms, the main bedroom, you walk in and you find that the whole place has been completely unkempt, as if someone left in a hurry.
So I think it's possible. Well, I mean, obviously they could have left in a hurry for any reason, but might be possible that they knew we were coming from.
Or that
Okay.
somebody was coming for him.
Yeah, someone was coming from.
And as you turn the corner, as you open the door to the bathroom, a figure bolts by you, just pushes by you, like not realizing it was there. He just bolts by you and is running out the door. You guys all see this guy who it looks like he's in like shorts and a t-shirt. He's running, he's like just bolting his ass out the door as fast as he possibly can go.
If he passes near enough to me, I want to make a dive at him. If not, I'm going after him.
He passes by. Pierce, he's like caught you unaware to the point where like he's able to slip by you, but you can chase after him if you want to.
Yes, I will.
Okay, so go ahead and make me. I guess what's a dive? That would be
either dexterity or fighting, maybe. Or accuracy.
There is
you want
a check for
say accuracy?
grappling.
I'm good with it, but I think it's technically a fighting check for grappling, but I'm not sure.
I would think it would be grappling. I just had this open.
Fighting is grappling, yes. So give me a grappling check. So give me a fighting check.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot that on top of all of this, we actually forgot one more thing that Pierce has. Pierce has brutal attack. Remember the brutal attack?
That's right.
So that guy just doesn't have a head attached to his body anymore, is what I'm.
Probably cleaved it off with blunt force, which is hard to do.
Just a mist that slowly settles around.
Okay. So, does anybody mind if I get technical about something I remembered in one of my previous games that would apply here?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. You can do basically a called stunt sort of situation where you get 2 stunt points to use on the action. But you have to it's like a very specific thing, and the difficulty is higher at the GM's discretion.
Kind of like called shot.
I see.
It's kind of called shot, and you only get the 2 stunt points. You can still generate more stunt points, which is how you can do things that require. There are a couple things in the book that require 7 stunt points. But the reason I bring this up is because I realized that there actually is a called stunt that I would have used for this, which is takedown.
Takedown?
Yeah.
You would have tackled him.
Yeah, you attempt to tackle. We make an opposed fighting grappling roll.
Okay, cool. We'll do that.
Roll off, baby.
So a new fight roll.
Yeah.
Opposed, and if I succeed, we both fall prone. He takes an additional D6 damage and can't stand up until I do, or until he successfully attacks me.
Go ahead and roll.
Probably not going to work.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
He slips out. You dive for him to grapple on him. He just kind of like stiff arms you as is on his way out.
Can I tase him?
Pierce, you're falling behind him. Sloan, go ahead and try to tase him.
Yeah, I get to use my weapon.
Woo! Roll me a taser check. A taser attack.
Nice.
Aww.
You have a stun point if you want to use one stun point.
Yeah, let's use it.
Let's see here. You can reduce his defense by 1, which is just one of the core melee stunts. Or you can there's not a whole lot else. Move yourself or your attack.
If I did damage, there's my damage.
You could push him off course with the skirmish stunt.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do say is that you you manage to you try to get him, but he sees it coming and just like slaps your hand away from him just enough so you don't touch him, and he runs past you. Pierce, you're the last one. You have a chance to grapple him before he goes out the door.
Yeah, I'm going to do just that. What do I roll for this?
Roll me fighting, or you can do that takedown if you want to try that. Which is...
you still roll an attack. It's just you get 2 stunt points, and it's to do that specific thing instead of damage.
Okay, I'll try that. So, what do I roll in specific?
Just fighting.
Fighting.
Okay.
Not the one for your weapon, just a straight fighting check.
Fighting. Come on, let me roll. Fighting. Bam, there we go.
God.
Slippery one.
You leap out to grab him, and you manage to grab like his shirt, but you slip. You just can't quite get enough grip, and he bolts out into the hall. What do you guys want to do?
I'm taking off after him.
Okay. All right. Now we're getting into a test. One of our first real tests going on.
Yay.
Chases, I think, is what this falls under.
Yes.
I have no idea.
It's a chase.
Yay.
So, you guys start chasing him. Everyone give me a Constitution running score. So just Constitution.
There we go.
Oh my god, I'm so bad at this.
So you guys manage to keep up with him. He's bolting through the halls. He's throwing stuff behind him. You guys are jumping over him, chasing after him. He's running through Ganymede. You can see he's heading towards the docks. He's obviously running towards the docks, so you can see like him following before the docks. But you guys do not know the halls as well. He does. He's dipping out and stuff. You who's running with him? Lennox and Pierce. You guys are both close behind. Sloan, you're kind of falling behind. You're not used to trying to catch up with him.
Right.
Roll me another Constitution check.
Also, I'm gonna like whip out my hand terminal really quick and radio the ship.
Okay.
Mark, we're in pursuit of a buggy heading towards the docks. You might want to get out of the ship.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Oh, sorry. All right, cool. I'm on my way. Heading out, grabbing my sidearm on the way out the door.
Okay. So this time, okay. Now, Pierce, give me another Constitution check.
Alrighty. Ah, shit.
So he throws something behind you. You kind of like you try to like jump over it, but you manage to clip onto like a bit of this debris and fall forward. You catch yourself on the fall, but you fall forward and like Lennox just leaps above in front of you, and Sloan slowly. Actually, Sloan manages to catch her wind and just starts booking it, starts getting used to it, and then she passes both Lennox and you, like leaping over you as they're still running.
Okay.
But you're still you managed to scramble back up, and you're coming back in there. Whew, this is getting tough. Okay, give me another roll. He's still ahead of you.
Yum.
Pierce.
You have anything from what's that Jason Statham movie? Crash.
The one where he runs everywhere, you mean?
Yeah, the Crash, the one where he has to keep his adrenaline up or his heart will explode.
Oh yeah. So Pierce, give me another Constitution check.
My goodness, here we
Frank.
go.
Oh.
Okay. So
Oh,
you
wait.
guys are still keeping up with him, but he is booking it out. It's like it is neck and neck. You're running through. He's like pushing people aside now. Now they're in the kind of more populated hallways. He's booking it towards towards this. Mark, you're out in the. Give me a perception check to see if you can see anybody, anything going on.
Sure.
You're not seeing anything in the docks right now. Everyone else, give me Constitution check again.
12, just barely getting there, man. Wait,
Yeah.
no, wait, she rolled 12. I didn't do mine.
9, yeah. So you guys are starting to fall behind.
Yeah, I was.
You all rolled 12.
Wow,
So,
that's fine.
so you're starting to fall behind, but you're all kind of syncing up together. He is almost away from you. You can still see him when he's just making these turns and moving around. Give me another check.
All right. Expect me to spend fortune on this.
Yeah, okay.
Gah!
All right.
Pierce,
I am going to.
Another. Wait. What kind of check?
another Constitution check.
Okay.
You guys are hauling ass after him.
I'm getting tired, dude.
Yeah, that sledgehammer is heavy. What's up?
I am going to spend the 10 fortune points necessary
Okay.
to change my drama die to a 5, so I get 5 stunt points.
Okay. So what are you gonna do?
And I am going to use the shortcut stunt,
Okay.
which if you've been using like the difference in our drama dice to track where
Yeah.
we are versus him, adds +2 to my chase total, and
Okay.
takes all 5 of my stunt points.
Okay. So you are like you kind of you see him kind of go around a corner, and you kind of like as you're getting towards it, you kind of look and go, oh shit, there's an alleyway, and you can kind of see the other side. You're like, hold on, and you dip on through this other hallway and pop out, and as you pop out, now you're like right behind him. The rest of you guys are kind of chasing after him, but like Lennox is like almost within arm's grappling reach. One more Constitution check. We'll see where you guys are at, because he's getting tired too. Mark, give me another perception check.
Ah!
Jesus, stunt points too. Sloan, you can use stunt points as well if you want.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that.
Oh man. I'm just gonna use shortcut again.
Okay. So, what do you want to do, Sloan? With 3, look at the chase stats if you want to.
Okay, what page is that on?
Sorry, it's page 95 of the book.
You can do attack on the move, or you can make a bonus melee or ranged attack using or keep it steady.
Which is if you were to use other checks while we're doing the chase. You can...
Oh, I see the costs. Okay.
Yeah.
So I could do punch it and evasive maneuver, but I don't need an evasive maneuver.
You could also do punch it just 3, because you can spend multiple points on that one. And if you did that, you would, on your next... If he makes us make another check for this chase, you'd get a +3 on that roll.
I might just do that. That seems
Okay,
like
so
the
+3 in your next
best thing.
roll. Sloan or Lennox.
Yeah.
What do you want? You're literally with that shortcut. You're able to like, he kind of dips off to the right, and you go straight. You kind of run up and kick off one of the walls in the low G, because you're used to kind of lower G, and you now are like neck and neck with him. You manage to like land right behind him. Yeah, parkour. Just enough of a boost in the low G to get up there. Yeah.
All right, let me see here. I am going... I mean... Honestly, I am just going to make a called stunt and try and grapple him.
Do it.
So, first I have to see if I hit him, and then if I hit him, we're gonna do opposed rolls again. So
You just like bouncing off the wall, like to tackle on top of him.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just working out my math here. I have 7 stump points, or not stump points, fortune points left because I took the fortune, like not advancement, but background thing.
Yeah.
I am going to. Oh man, I'm gonna spend. Oh god, am I actually gonna be able to make that work? Let me do some quick math. I apologize.
Okay.
I am going to. Yeah, I will. I'm going balls to the wall on this. I'm going to spend 6 of those 7 to change my Jarma die to a 3. So I get 3 stunt points. My roll only goes up by 1. But I am going to use the. Where did it go? I'm going to spend all 3 points on the parry melee stunt to reduce his defense by 3.
Nice.
Gotcha. Okay. So with this, you just leap up into the air on top of him. As you're coming down, you just like grapple him by the shoulders and fling him down with you towards the ground. Now roll me a grapple check.
Okay. We're getting somewhere.
Yes. So you bring him down to the ground, smack hard, you skid in kind of the lower gravity towards the wall and kind of bounce a little bit and stop, but you've got him wrapped up and he's trying to struggle. He's going, let me go! Let me go!
At this point, I'm just like panting and holding him in place. Like, that's my whole...
The rest of you guys could go up there just like,
Yeah.
Stand down! Stand.
Is the guy still struggling?
yeah, he's still struggling.
I'm gonna go ahead and like with my sledgehammer, just kind of like next to his head, not on it, but just kind of like put the hilt right next to his head, just kind of put it down the ground, like right next to his head, like just grab his attention, like hey, don't fuck
Yeah,
with.
give me an intimidation check for that one. That would be a
Communication, right?
Yeah,
it's
communication,
yeah.
intimidation,
Give me,
I think is.
yeah, give me a communication.
Communication. Nah.
Okay. I mean, it's enough to get him to stop struggling. You put it down there, but you sound really big. You're just like, hey, stop struggling, but you don't sound like that. You go, that's in your mind. You think about it. You put it down. You go, stop.
Yeah.
Struggling. Whew, you had it worse than the rest of these guys too.
Did we have a picture of Catrici?
No, you didn't have a picture of
Okay.
Catrici. You just knew that he was Catrici. This guy is like in his sleep clothes, though.
We're with Culpepper. Oh,
With
God.
that, he starts struggling again.
God damn it.
You hear it. And he's like, nope, not going back, not going back. And he's like definitely just like trying to struggle to get out of the. It's like, you bastards aren't taking me back. There's no way.
Knock him out, Sledge.
I go ahead and I go
helpless,
and like
so-
grab the hammer, just kind of get in position with it, raise it up.
Goodness,
Get that. Get
Don't kill him.
Hit him
I'll
with the
kinda like
sledgehammer.
Yeah, I'll just kind of like hit him, not with the actual hilt, but just like the handle, just kind of like bang, hit him with it.
Bam.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh. So, I think that's some sort of damage roll, but I don't know.
Well, roll the.
Unless
hit.
you're
You don't
just
have to
letting-
roll. You don't have to roll the hit, but roll me your damage roll.
Okay, damage.
Let me look up your beastly stuff too. Hold on.
And while all this happened,
I'm not
could
sure
I
what to
have,
roll
like,
for that
told
because
Mark
it's not,
Okay, so under your character, if you you say it's 2d6 plus 2, there should be a little dice by it. Click that and it'll roll it for you.
the 2d6.
Yeah, 2d6.
Yeah, on
plus 2.
damage where your weapon is, there's a little d6 next to it. If you click that, it'll roll it for you.
Alrighty. Well, the thing is, I don't want to beat the shit out of the guy.
No, you try to knock him out though.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you decide whether he's unconscious or dead, so that's
Yeah.
your choice.
Your choice is to hit him as hard as you want to either knock him out or stuff. I'm just looking at the other stuff you have.
BRB for 1 second, guys.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I could have sworn you took some like brutal attack. We'll have to look that up and figure that out. Anyways,
Lennox
so
goes all right.
you knock him out and he's unconscious. You don't see anything, Mark.
That's
So
why I'm
he's on
saying
radio.
over comms.
Yeah.
Lennox,
Target-
you guys okay?
Target acquired. Oh god.
You need help?
Yeah, we need help hauling cargo back to the ship. Oh man,
All right. I go back and grab the drone and head that way.
I need
Okay.
a drink.
And so, you get there pretty quickly, pretty easily. You guys notice that this guy's knocked out. What do you guys want to do with this knocked out guy? He does have pockets. I will say that.
Absolutely going through.
Okay.
Once
So
we're on,
you-
once we're on the ship.
Okay. So you wait for it to come up. You take the drone with you. It's kind of like floating along with you in this little propellers. You run up and you see him. See this dude who looks like he's in his sleeping attire, passed out, with Sledge next to him, and everyone's kind of like looking down at him. People are walking by, looking at you guys like, "The fuck's going on?" And as you
If
get up
anybody
there,
looks too curious, I'm just like, asshole can't hold his alcohol.
as it's going on, a guy in a Pinkwater uniform walks up and goes, "What's going on here?" It's not Wendell.
Yeah, our buddy just had too much to drink. Ended up slipping, hitting his head.
Roll me a deception check.
Yeah.
Should I be the one to roll that or should I be the one to say that?
Yeah,
'Cause
I mean,
do
you're the
actually
social.
have-
You're the social guy, so you
I'll
might
be
have.
the other
so-
way. It's just, buddy hit his head. Then a
So-
little bit too much to drink, same sort of stuff. Because I actually do have perks for deception.
While they're
Yeah.
trying to be deceptive, I am not attempting to revive him, but I am going to start treating his wound.
Okay.
Rolling for deception.
Should I roll for medicine? They see
roll
that
for
there's an
medicine.
actual doctor like working on it.
Yeah.
Rolled 13.
Okay. You rolled 15.
So you rolled a 15 and have 3 stunt points.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you can look at your social stunts. If you want to do any of those social stunts.
Where does the show my social stunts?
Page 106.
106. I don't have that open.
Oh, let's see here.
I'm back, by the way.
So like a good one might be
Yeah, one stunt point.
General social stunts. Yeah.
yeah.
Impress, cards on the table, making an entrance, add another thing, and another thing, hidden message, sway the crowd, good cop, bad cop, let's make a deal, objection, class clown, flirt, from the heart, sleep with one eye open, enrage.
What can I
or power.
afford with?
Everything but my word is my bond.
Anything would be the
no,
best for
he's-
this situation.
No,
I'm
he has,
definitely
he has,
trying
he
to
has,
be fluffy.
yeah, he has 3 stunt points.
So
Alright, 3.
objection, you can step on someone else's behalf, let's make a deal, your action turns out to
There's-
benefit a character you didn't target.
There's also
That was your
attitude
favorite.
stunts, a couple above, just above that. Paul, I don't know if those would apply here to try and improve the security guy's attitude towards us.
Yeah, you could do that. Because he's definitely currently suspicious. So, you can make an offer, read the rune, on the fence, bad form, cast out. One of those as well.
See here.
Oh, by the way, Mark, you treat him fine. Like he just had a minor a minor head trauma.
So silly question: is there anything at all I can use that extra stunt point for?
I don't think medicine has any stunts associated with
No, but you can do
It doesn't
general
specifically.
social stunts or investigation stunts. You can use that for investigation as well. So you can use it as a flashback or an additional fact while you're inspecting him.
Let's do the additional fact.
Okay, so you look through him, and you, as you're taking care of him, and you notice that he's definitely an earther, based off his body chemistry and everything like that.
Okay.
And when you're looking at his head, like just under the hairline, there's a very small tattoo underneath it.
Okay.
And it looks like a man with a tricorner hat.
Okay. Okay. Make a note of that, but I'm not saying anything because guard's right there.
The closest thing that, like, making an offer, like, might be good for this stunt, because your test implies a promise or olive branch, temporarily shifting the target's attitude toward you by 1 per SP spent. I don't really know how we can apply that, though. And another thing, you can make a second related test as part of the action before anyone else has a chance to respond or make a test of their own. So you could attempt to add on to attempt a second deception check or anything, or like a persuasion check to get this guy to look the other way. There's only 1 guard, so we don't really need to sway the crowd.
While they're doing that, can I also do a persuasion? I'm the ship's medic. I'd like to bring him back to medbay.
Okay, so first off, what do you want to do, Pearson? You can feel free to do persuasion.
Yeah, I'm persuading the guy.
What do you want to say?
Well, isn't that what I said the first time when I was talking?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's been drinking too much, that kind of stuff. He goes, all right. He kind of looks over him. He's still a little skeptical, but he's not. So he's not leaving, but he's still sitting there watching you guys.
Okay.
He's not arresting you, interestingly. Go ahead. Go ahead and talk. Mark, what do you want to do? You want to persuade?
Just want to let him know, hey, I'm going to take him back to medbay and get him all patched up.
Okay, roll me a communication check. All right, he kind of nods and looks at you and goes, "What's the birth?"
What was it? 1444. I would know it, but
yeah,
birth's 1444.
Okay. The question is, do you want to tell him the truth or not? Is the question. Yeah, it's for 1444.
Well, he's probably going to follow us, so I don't know that I'd want to deceive on that.
He goes, all right. And he lets you take him off and kind of walks off. Once you guys are out of sight, he starts walking off. Or once you're kind of like walking away, he just disappears. So you guys make it back to the ship. You put this guy in. Do you want to put him in medical bay? What do you guys want to do with him now that you guys have him in your ship?
I'm gonna make sure he stays sedated.
You guys want to search him?
I don't care where we put him, but I'm gonna keep him sedated.
Well, medical bay would be the most convenient place for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sure that the medical bay has things that, like, restraints that you would normally use to put an unconscious person in when you were going to be going into a high G maneuver.
Yeah, definitely. Those are definitely there.
I want to see if we can adapt, like, use those, but in such a way that when he wakes up, he won't be able to just disable them.
Okay, give me a just a general intelligence check for that one. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So you figure out like the little straps. You strap him down pretty well. He's unconscious now, strapped down in there. You were all in the med bay.
I go through his stuff.
Okay. Now that he's unconscious and strapped down, you go through his stuff. You pull out his hand terminal. He's on his hand terminal. It's locked, but that's all he seems to have on him is a hand terminal.
So I do have the security skill. I'm going to try and see if I can get into his hand terminal.
Okay, give me a security check. All right, so you're able to, with some pretty ease, kind of crack the encryption, get into it, and you find out that this is indeed
Catrici.
Yeah, this is definitely Catrici.
Is it?
So you found Catrici. You find pictures in there, match it, all of his identifications in there. This is Catrici.
And our job with this guy was just to make sure he was okay, right? It was never we were never meant to bring him back.
You were supposed to find him.
Yeah.
Wendell did say he wanted to talk with him because he knew that some suspicious stuff was going on with him.
Yeah. But like Culpepper just wanted us to find him, unlike the kid who we're supposed to kidnap and leave.
Yeah. Because he wasn't talking to them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
By the way, I take the opportunity now to point out the tattoo on the guy's head.
Huh.
None of you guys recognize the tattoo right off the bat.
Yep.
It's very small. It was like it's where a place where the hair would mostly cover usually. Unless
I'm going to say, shall
Maybe
I suggest,
window.
so wait, did we bring him aboard our ship?
Yeah, he's strapped down in the medical bay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shall I grab? Shall I go see if I can find Monsieur Wendell?
As much respect as I have for Mr. Wendell, I think that maybe we should try and get some answers before we turn Catrici over to him.
That's wise.
Because obviously he has, Mr. Catrici has no positive inclination towards our mutual employer. So
now you guys
I'd
wanna
like to
woke
find
up.
out why before we give him
Why?
to the cops. I mean, he can sleep it off for a minute. I need a rest and maybe a drink.
Why don't you
You
just
always
have
need a
some
drink.
juice?
You remember like you got a pretty hit pretty hard too, Pierce, early in the
Yeah.
fight.
I could
So-
just a
Need
little
me
bit
to
of a
look at
rest
that?
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I emptied the tank catching this guy.
Yeah.
Well, if
You're all
you-
kind of you're a little winded at this point.
What about me? I mean, am I as bad off? Because I didn't actually like take any
Nope,
damage in a fight.
You're fine. You're a little tired, but like both Lennox and Pierce, both Sledge and Cass are totally like Cass is just done. He's just like nope, and Sledge is just kind of looking a little like he's seen better days.
Yeah,
I
as
Getting
long
a
as,
little bit of that stare going on.
Sloan's gonna pose that maybe you two stay here, and when that guy's like conscious or whatever again, like you can question him. But maybe for now, Mark and I can go back out and get some more business taken care of. and
Potentially.
Maybe get a lead on this kid.
Sounds good.
Might be
I'll
a
see
good
if there's
idea.
anything interesting on this guy's terminal while we wait for him to wake up.
Okay, so if I believe
Like a plan to me?
it's not an extended. You don't have to take it a very long rest. None of you got injured.
No, so to restore fortune points takes an 8-hour interlude.
Ooh, okay. So it'd be a long. You guys looking to like take an 8-hour rest? Is that what you're trying to do?
Well, I think we're just maybe splitting up, and because we don't want myself and Sledge to necessarily get into another combat encounter right now.
Yeah.
If
Where
one
you
comes
both-
up,
with both get hurt. Okay.
Yeah.
we're staying on the ship, and I'm doing low energy. Like I'm gonna have a little bit of a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough to put me under. Just
Some of that leftover chili lasagna.
yeah, just like make myself nuke myself up a bowl of lasagna chili and just a little bit of engine fuel, and just like go through this guy's emails basically.
Okay. What do you want to do while you're resting there, Sledge?
Am I like? I'm just kind of like beat up, or am I actually like physically wounded? I think I'm just
You're
beat
not
up.
physically wounded. You're just beat up. You took a bullet to the chest. Your armor blocked it, but
That's right.
yeah, but you tripped and fell during the encounter. So you're kind of tired. You don't need to like super rest, but you're definitely kind of like like
You
like
could do us a Netflix and chill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You could do with a like cleaning the hammer to make sure it doesn't rust kind of thing. You know.
I hear you.
I'm very glad that the pink water agent did not see the blood on the hammer.
He
Well,
did.
I cleaned
No, he did.
Off by then.
Oh,
I've cleaned it off by then.
Okay, you did clean it off.
I treat my hammer well.
you cleaned it off before you went investigating. Okay. Make sure you tell me those kind of things beforehand, because
Okay,
I would
sorry.
say he definitely saw it, but he wasn't going to ask questions because there were 4 of you and 1 of him, and there was blood on a sledgehammer, and you weren't like threatening him, so he just like, it's not killing the guy. You just want to make sure you weren't going to kill him. So,
Very
but
true,
besides,
very true.
you feel good enough. You could probably leave with them, but you've definitely been hurt.
By
You're
the way,
bruised.
Do we have the ability to get back into that guy's apartment?
It was
I mean,
open
we
when
have-
you left it.
We have his hand terminal, so
Yeah, his hand
Okay.
terminal will let you in. Yeah.
I need to go back and get my taser because it's there. He slapped it out of my hand, and then I ran after him.
Oh no, he didn't slap it out of your hand. He slapped it away from him.
he slapped your hand out of the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So you
I
like,
kept,
you went going
okay,
to
so
stab
I
him,
don't
and he
need-
went like that as you was running by. He
Okay,
managed to
so
like
there's no real
karate
reason
chop
for
your
me
hand.
to go. Okay. Did he do a Kirk karate chop? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
The double-handed, the double
Yeah.
fist chop.
All right, so it's up to you, Pierce. If you want to go with Sloan and Mark, you can.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So
Don't
Lennox is
worry,
going to chill
we'll
back.
walk and take it easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna take up Mark's position watching the ship, rest a little bit, go through the dude's the info from the dude's hand terminals, like his emails and stuff.
I reach in the cabinet and give you a sedative and say, if he wakes up, this one.
Excellent.
So
Right in
Mark,
the eyes, right?
Mark Sloan and Mark Sloan and Pierce. Where do you guys want to go?
That dude, Wendell, didn't he give us, oh, he gave the name of that brothel, La Cache. La Cache
La
à
Cache.
Folie. I'm
Yeah.
calling it La Cache, because when you said La Cache, I immediately thought of that play, La Cache.
It's like it's referencing that. That's why. It's there.
Good. Yes.
Yeah.
Because The Birdcage is one of my favorite movies ever.
Mhm.
Yes. Let's go there. I'm super excited now. But yeah, let's go there. I
Okay.
suggest that to you guys unless you guys have something better, you got any other leads while we were...
So let me get this straight. You want to go to a brothel?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I mean, that's where he was last seen. Oh yeah, you weren't there for that. That's where well, no, you were. No, you weren't.
It wasn't.
Nope.
So this guy Wendell, we kind of had this situation happen earlier with this other guy that we just caught, but before we even knew he was there were some other guys there, and this guy Wendell, who was really cool, he kind of told us where this kid, like when he saw this kid, this is where he saw him last. So this is really the only lead we have. So maybe when we go in there, one of you should possibly pretend like you might be interested in this brothel. I would guess, based on the fact that Kai had a boyfriend before, this might be a kind of all people brothel. I don't know. So somebody might need to play a part here.
Okay.
I mean, I could, but
If depending on what they're marketing Kai's services for, you might not have the right equipment.
yeah, we're not completely sure what kind of brothel this is, but if I since I'm a bohemian, I might know what the name of that reference is.
You know the reference. You get the reference.
Okay,
You
so I
definitely get the
know.
reference.
Okay, so yeah, she's gonna basically say the kind of references an old Earth play that's about things. So let's just go there.
Alright, sure.
We'll just kind of play it as we get there. I hope you guys are pretty good at picking things up by ear. And then we're on our merry way to the brothel, I suppose, unless anybody has anything else to do.
I
All
used to
right,
play
so-
improv games to, shorten the time between travels.
So you're going to be you're going to be the potential customer. Is that what you're saying?
Someone is.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Or you both
to you
could
guys.
pretend to be customers. I don't care.
So.
I don't think so.
You find it a number of levels down from the docks in a commercial area well away from the residential parts of the station. It's amidst bars, restaurants, and other businesses catering to both visitors and station residents looking for entertainment or a night out. The establishment has a small reception area where you see a guy who's well dressed. It's all dark red. Like it's obviously that the bulkheads are covered with like drapes and that kind of stuff. And this guy's got a suit, a tie, big bulking belter. This dude looks like he eats rocks for a living. He's got a very kind like kind of mention. Jesus, okay, that was bad.
What happened?
HP.
What have you done?
I could just have like covered his camera. There we go.
What happened?
It's okay. We're good.
He muted
Anyways.
his mic and crashed Discord. Like,
So he's sitting there going. He sees you. He's got a kind of a kind face, but he looks tough, rough and tumble. He says, "Welcome to La Cache. How can I help you?"
Yeah, I'm the one being the service, right?
Step
Or
up and say that.
I'm the one pretending to try
Yeah,
to
so
get
what
a
do you
girl,
do?
right?
What do you do?
Be like, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm here for.
What kind of fare are you looking for? Are you looking for the normal affair? We do have many different varieties that you may
What's the weirdest one you got?
Define weird.
Kink!
We can. I'm sure we have something, but before we can get started, we require a small entry fee. You don't have to. You don't have to engage anything inside here, but we do require a small fee to enter. And he kind of hands out puts out his hand. He's asking for about you guys can easily afford it. It's like one finance thing, but you have to pay for it.
Okay. Simple enough.
Do you all pay?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
might as well.
for sure.
I hope. Did they give us money, by the way, like of any kind? The company.
No, the company hasn't given to you. They said they give you. They pay you on when jobs are done and on a regular basis.
Okay.
So he takes your money, or takes your script and goes, "Enjoy yourselves," and kind of gestures in. Beyond the reception, you see a kind of a social lounge with a bar. It's all very low lit. There's small jazz piano being played in the background.
I probably immediately noticed that.
Yeah. There's no piano, but it sounds like it's coming from the system. You see men and women. They're dressed in various states of dress and undress. There's another very fine dressed guy behind the bar serving drinks, and you see people and kind of walking around serving drinks to clientele. There's lots of very secluded seating areas, and you see rooms along the walls for private entertainment.
Anybody
What do
that
you guys
looks
wanna
like
do
Kai?
right now? What's that?
Anybody that looks like Kai?
Give me a perception check. You don't see anyone who looks like Kai.
And then,
Okay.
did Wendell say he was with somebody?
He said he was with. They said he was with a kilo.
Okay, and he didn't give us any kind of description of a kilo, did he?
No,
Okay.
he did say that he was the head of the local Grego, though.
Okay. Definitely gonna look for somebody that looks important in the room then, if that might be a kilo. Like anybody that looks like they kind of have VIP status.
How about the Grega tats?
Okay, give me some perception, both of you guys. You guys are looking for that.
Whoa.
You
Hey.
perceive the
Hi.
universe. You see lots of people
Hello.
who. You see lots of people who look wealthy, no one that has wealthy with local Grega tats. You don't see any local Grega tats on any of these people. You're being very like careful about it, kind of looking through, being careful watching.
Yeah, if there's like a bar, she's sitting from there, definitely like inconspicuous.
Okay. The bartender comes up and hey, what you need? I'm gonna get you.
Just I don't know the alcohols in this game, in this world as well, but just something like kind of probably mid-range is what I'll ask for.
It's typical alcohols, any kind of alcohols, whiskey. They all have that kind of stuff.
What do you use for eye surgery?
Oh jeez.
Mostly lasers.
Mostly lasers, yeah.
Laser alcohol, I'll have that. No,
So they,
I'll just have a little whiskey.
He pours you some whiskey, some local Ganymede whiskey.
You got coffee?
They get you some. He goes back and gets you some coffee.
Okay.
I want
So
to
what do you
start.
guys wanna do?
Scene.
Well, bartender's always a good person to start chatting up with first, so.
All right. Well, give me some communication. What do you want to do? What do you want to talk? Do you want to bargain? You want to persuade? You want to seduce? You want to...
I definitely want to like communicate. Like, I want to talk to him about Kai, but I don't want to be super obvious about it, if that makes sense. Like, I just sort of want to be like, I guess I want to. I mean, I have persuade. I could persuade him to tell me things.
How do you want to persuade?
So, do you have any good information about what goes on around here, or any people that might be of interest?
Perhaps
patrons?
these could persuade you.
Roll me a perception check for that. It's a little on the nose, but yeah, give me a perception.
Sometimes phraseology sucks.
Drop
So-
the sledgehammer hammer. Tell me everything.
So this might be a good opportunity for one of those called stunts. There's one called Hidden Message, which is your words convey a different message to one person than to everyone else who hears them.
Oh.
The character you choose is the only one who can decipher your true meaning.
That's pretty cool.
And that costs 2, so it's like, because you get the 2 called stunt points,
Yeah.
you can do it. Anything that costs more than 2, you can't do a called stunt. Well, you can try. You can call a stunt and you get 2 points towards it, but if you don't roll other stunt points, then you can't do it.
Okay.
So you can try that if you want, but then you have to re-roll that.
Okay. I'm gonna try that.
Then add 2 to whatever it is.
Righto.
Well,
Do I
no,
roll
you
persuasion,
you
or
you
can-
get 2 automatic stunt.
You get 2
points.
automatic stun points. Yeah. So go ahead and roll persuasion again, and then we'll with that in mind.
Well, I think I did it.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah.
I did it.
So let me look at those stunts again to make sure I get exactly what it does. This is under
Basically,
circumstance?
she says one thing but can
Investigation
make the
stunts.
guy understand something else. That one is
like,
pretty
and she's trying to
straightforward.
make him understand. I'm trying to find somebody that may have been here before. Like,
A hidden message. Yeah. So you say to him like you're like hey you have any information around here about people and stuff?
well, yeah.
And he goes, not me, but I just gestures over to a woman who's kind of reclining.
Look, I'm like, do you sell goats? That's like the key.
He kind of gestures over to the to a woman. She's kind of wearing a silk gown, kind of like reclining in a chair alone, kind of flipping through her hand terminal, looking up every once in a while, but keeping her hand terminal low. She's dressed fairly provocatively. Lots of skin, tight like lingerie over underneath her silk gown. A little older. He kind of gestures over her. It's like, I may not have this information, but she does. Guarantee it.
Thank you so much. You've been so helpful, and I guess I pay him for the drink too. I mean,
Yeah.
and the tip.
All right. You pay him for drink and tip, and he kind of nods. You guys get over there? You do.
Yeah, at least I will. I don't know if they want to come with me, but I'm gonna kind of meander that way and see if she minds me sitting with.
All right, so you walk over there and take a seat. She goes. She looks at you. Yeah, what's up?
I was going to say, unless you motion at me to stay at the bar, I'm going to come with you.
All right,
That's
so
fine. Yeah.
all right, so you walk up there, and she smiles as you come up, and she just goes, "Oh, hello, welcome to La Cache. My name's Elise. Can I help you with something?"
Yes, Elise, I think you can. I have
You
somebody
can help me
I'm
with
trying. Oh, do what?
What?
You say that. She looks at you and goes, "Depends on what you're looking for."
A lot of things.
I'm a man of very specific tastes.
Oh my god.
What are you gonna say, Sloan?
I'm gonna say, I am in search of a face.
What kind of face? We have lots of faces around here.
I can show you the face I'm in search of.
She looks at you.
I
and
want to see a
kind of
lot
leans
more than
forward.
just a face.
She looks forward and she goes, "That's not used to this, but you know, I'm okay with it. Martians are always kind of a kink."
And I pull up Kai's picture on my terminal thingy and show it to her.
And you slide it across. She looks at it and goes, "Oh, that's what you mean by face. Your friend over here, we're still down. We can do this. Your tastes are my pleasure. Trust me on this one. But if you're looking for him, I know him. That's Kai.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna want to know about Kai."
I just want to make sure he's safe.
He's a friend. He used to work here, worked the same shift as I did. He's been here for a while, almost a year now. He's young and pretty, and he was really popular with our clientele. So popular that this guy, not so good, runs with the local Grega. He started showing up more and more often. I think his name was Orn. Orn A. He had a last name. He always called him Orn. People call him Boss. I don't know which. He basically came over every day, always asking for Kai. Essentially, Kai was his boyfriend. You know, pay for boyfriend. But eventually he left. He didn't come back. He left with Kai and didn't come back. But once, a couple days ago, maybe like a week ago, I got a message from him.
And
He didn't give me a lot of details, but he was scared and he was nervous, and he didn't want to know. He didn't want to tell me where he was. I asked him about it. He was very off-putted. So I let him stay at my place. He came over and stayed at my place. But he kept saying he had a plan. He needed to do something. He needed to fix things. He needed to make things right. I don't know what he was talking about. But I haven't seen him. Gosh, that was like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. The only thing I heard him mention was something about 57D.
okay, I'm gonna make note of that number.
I have no idea what that means, but if he's in danger... She looks at you guys and goes, "You're not local Grega. Who are you?"
We're the ones that have come to make sure that Kai is safe.
The heroes this station needs.
You say safe, and you cut in and say that. Everyone stops. Even the music stops over the speakers.
Oh,
you don't know how. Everyone looks at you.
Record scratch.
I'm just gonna give myself a good laugh.
And,
I make it quite obvious I'm
I
joking.
just laugh. I laugh too, so that people stop looking at us. And
everyone kind of laughs and looks at you, and you see like another girl walks up and goes, "Hey, hero. Are you the hero that I need?" And kind of like winks a little bit. Very tall, skinny belter.
Depends
woman.
on how much distress you're in, Miss Damsel.
She goes, we can negotiate distress terms here. Just follow me.
Record scratch, camera phone, Sloan. This is me. You might be wondering how
I got here.
Now this is the story all about.
How this adventure got turned upside down.
Oh man!
You can leave with her to go negotiate prices, man. I'm not going to stop you. They got all the information.
I am having fun. That's for sure. I'll just kind of give it this wink and be like, I'll keep that in mind. You know, kind of give her playful and like a playful wink, as if like, I'm definitely, it wasn't a no, but it's more like a hey, I'll hit you up.
Yeah, I'll hit you up later, girl.
Get them digits. Get some digits.
Digits.
Digits. Get them digits. It's the future. They don't say the G's.
Give me them digits, Jurl.
I give you my digits, Sasa. Oh my god. We're off the rails here.
I was wondering when the classic RPG rail jumping was going to happen.
I mean, it was bound to happen at the brothel, right? Like, if there's girls there, I want to do this.
Oh my god. Wow.
All right.
I haven't seen that in forever.
She, Elise kind of, essentially kind of
settles down.
Yeah. She kind of goes.
Oh man.
That's the last I heard from. I don't know who this Orn guy is though. I know he had an like Ac-O something or other. But
what did he look like?
She kind of pulls through her up on the stream so everyone can see what this guy looks like.
I don't want to hit the mute button again because I might crash my Discord.
There you go. Very handsome dude.
Surprised he has to pay for a boyfriend.
I don't mean to make this sound weird, but he somewhat looks like HC Vertigo.
Listen. I didn't have this picture made from HC Vertigo. It just happened that the guy looks exactly like HC Vertigo.
Oh my god, he looks just like. Oh my god.
That concept art, though.
Yeah.
It's a picture of HC Vertigo.
So yeah, that's she kind of slips that to your thing. That's him, local Grega and all.
Well, good. And so I'm gonna ask her if she can like forward that to me, and also I'll like give her if there's a way to like sort of exchange the digits, or the digits, so to speak. I would do that with her, so
Okay.
that way I'll tell her like if you see him, between now, after now, like in a short, I don't know how long we're gonna be here, guys. I mean, in the next couple days, if you see him at any point in the next few days, please
Depends on how long
contact
my
me.
erection lasts.
Sloan just rolls her eyes. After 4 hours, you should actually do something about that.
I was gonna say.
And
if
if it's still going after 4 hours, do not see the ship's doctor.
Especially
I was gonna
in
say,
this low
Mark,
grad.
could you give him
How high is she?
medical opinions?
Not getting involved in this one.
But she's definitely gonna exchange with Eliza,
Like,
with
why
her
did
name,
she
or
ask about me?
Elisa.
Elisa.
Yeah. She's gonna exchange that with her and just let her know, like, you contact me if you get in touch with Kai or you see this guy around.
Yeah.
Obviously, don't approach this guy. He may not be good news.
Nods. Yeah, of course not. Do my best. Now, are you here also for pleasure, or is this just looking for him?
I just look at the other two and I say, that's up to you two.
You know what? I think while we're here, Sloan, have fun. Sledge, let's go.
Wait, already?
You two start walking out. Sloan said that. Sledge is just like, wait, what? I thought, okay.
I mean, if there's hot dudes there, I
There are.
wanna do it.
Hello.
I don't want to pay for it though. Like, I really don't want to pay for it.
You will have to pay for it here. This is that kind of establishment.
I'm probably gonna tell the other two. It's probably good if we linger here for a few more minutes.
Well,
At the
you
very
know,
least.
you only have to pay for it if you're not an employee of the establishment. I'm just saying.
What are you saying?
Just that there's a side job opportunity here.
We're here to make money.
And this is my job to be?
We
No,
don't-
you two could,
She
you
said
know,
much-
you could sell your
she's-
dongles.
I mean, I'm back on the ship. I have no say.
We have gone off the rails at this point. Let's move on.
True.
You guys leave the brothel. You guys stick around.
Yes, because
Yes.
I am not doing that
Okay.
for a
So
living.
you guys,
Thank you very much. That's not what my mission is. That's not my mission. It's not your purse. It's not my mission.
It's not my mission. So you guys get out of the brothel. It's still fairly it's always busy on Ganymede. There's the times. It's been a couple of hours since you landed. Probably maybe half a day total since you landed and went off and then gone through the brothel and done those things.
Got into a
So
gunfight.
got into a gunfight. Yeah.
Chased a man down in the streets.
Definitely
It's been a
gonna-
busy day.
Everywhere we go, I'm definitely gonna keep eyes peeled for this guy. I'm gonna suggest to you two, like, maybe we should kind of linger around in this district and see if we just notice or do any, unless you guys have better ideas.
You think he'd be around here still?
Maybe, maybe not, but I mean, we might just, there might be happy eavesdrop accidents,
Sure.
and maybe see if anybody wants some takeout.
All right. You guys are chilling out in the area, going to some restaurants, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
You guys are looking around for unsuspecting people as well.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Wait. Oh, I didn't perceive very good.
Go ahead, Pierce, if you want to look around, just give me a perception check as well.
Okay. Yes, I will indeed take a look around. Let's see, perception. On that character. All right.
Okay. So, Sloan and Mark, you are both completely oblivious to the world. But, Pierce, there's something that's just doesn't strike you about a group of guys. Since you've walked out of the brothel and went to, kind of like a little corner shop and got some food. You've noticed there's a group of guys who have not left from in front of the brothel. They're still there. Like, they're just kind of hanging out. Like, they're trying too hard to look like they're not trying to look at the brothel.
I see. Like, they look like they're looking too hard. Like they're looking to.
They're looking like they're trying not to look like they're looking at the brothel. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
they're not in the brothel.
No, they're outside of it.
Gotcha.
But they're like kind of gathering, just kind of like out to the corner, looking like in a way where they can see the brothel, but they haven't moved. Just they three have been talking for like an hour, 2 hours.
Okay.
And then kind of glancing over every once in a while, but still staying by there. They're not leaving at all.
I see. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just casually, like, not like whisper or anything like that, but just kind of casually walk up and say to my party members, yes, by the way, listen, there's a couple of guys out here, a little bit suspicious, so just stay on your guard. I'm considering approaching them in a friendly manner and being like, hey, say you guys longing from or, I'm not sure if I want to do that. Walk up and be like, hey, say you guys looking from afar. Are you embarrassed to, have a bit of fun, stuff like that? Like, are there drinks in there? Maybe I can go buy one and hand it to one of them. Just play very friendly, like overly friendly.
Is that what you can do?
I think that is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And I'm letting my party members know so they can, like, hey, be on alert, be on the ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang back and watch from afar for sure.
So you walk up to him, and as you get closer, you approach him. Hey, what's going on? Can you give me a persuasion check for that?
Gotcha. Persuasion. Powers. Shit. No, it's on focuses, right? Communication. Perception. Wait, communicate. Yeah, persuasion. Here we go.
Okay. So you walk up there and go, hey, buddies, what's going on? You're a little too embarrassed to go in there, and they all look at you.
Yeah, I'll walk out, like, laughing, like I'm clearly having a good time. Maybe had a few drinks, and maybe I could go, maybe a little ominous. I'd be like, hey, saw you guys looking from afar. Were you afraid to come have some fun with us? Yo, come on, let's go. Walk up to a guy, kind of like, give him a little bit of a nudge, be like, hey. Clearly, almost obnoxious-ish.
Obnoxious? They go, hey, piss off, drunk. Piss off.
He's like, oh, why so mad, dude? Something happened? You down the dumps?
He goes, we on the job. And kind of like flashes his gang tat on his neck. Kind of like shows you. He's like, shows you the local Grey guy. It's like, we're here for someone. Go away.
We're here for someone to, hey, no kidding. And like, you'll be like, you're for a job, flash the tattoo, and I'll be like, let's see, how do I want to do this? I could play total oblivious and be like, oh, no, what kind of job you guys doing? What are you up to? I'm just like really just grinding at him.
Okay, so one of them grabs you by the collar and like kind of pulls you close and says, listen, Koyo, we are doing a job. Piss off or get hurt. Your options. And let's go.
All right, sure, whatever you say. I mean, you guys are missing out on the fun, just, I'll trying to be friendly and everything, but you shoot yourself, stay busy, but don't work too hard. And I'll kind of like turn around and walk back in. Walk up to my party members, still acting very fun, and be like, so, they are definitely, with the, what is it called again? It's not really
Loco
mafia,
Greca.
but... Huh? The what?
The Loco Greca.
The Loco Greca. You're definitely with the Loco Greca. And, yeah. Some degree of shit going down here. I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to mess with us.
What do you guys say?
I'm gonna let them know, hey, like, seriously, stay on your guard. Because I don't know what's gonna happen with this.
Well,
Mark,
they
you-
must
I don't
be
think
up
they're
to
going to mess with us. If they wanted to mess with us, they'd be currently engaged in that.
But I wonder who they want to mess with in that brothel.
Well, the same person we're looking for.
Potentially.
So you guys wait a few minutes, and as you guys are talking and waiting, they don't move. They kind of glance at you guys every once in a while, and then you see them start moving. As you start seeing them start moving, you notice that someone's leaving the brothel. Coat on, looks like they're kind of checking their hand terminal, kind of not really walking very, like, kind of oblivious to the world. And so it's a woman, and as she walks by you, you realize it's Elise, and she gets stopped by all three of the guys, and you hear, "Hey, where is he? We know where she is. We know you know where he is. Where is he? Huh? Speak there, huh? Or we have to mess you up." And they kind of start pushing her back and forth, and she's like, kind of shocked. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. He's we know he was in your place. So speak, or are you gonna get a little bit of this? And he pulls out a knife and kind of like brandishes at her, and the other two guys start laughing.
I'm going to.
Sorry. Go ahead. What was that?
I'm
How many of
gonna.
them are there?
I didn't hear Haven because my audio screwed up there.
Oh,
What
sorry.
was that?
How many of them are there?
3.
Can I improvise again?
Yep. What do you want to do?
Seduce him.
You want to seduce him?
Hell yeah.
All right. Give me a tell me how you seduce him, and then roll me a yes, it's a communications check.
I'm gonna walk up to her and I'm gonna kiss her cheek and then like kind of like hug her. You know, like kind of thing where you like kind of go up to your friend, you like put your arm around them and kiss them, and you're just like look real comfortable. And I'm gonna look at them and I'm gonna ask her, "Oh, are these our friends that you told me about for that special contract?"
All right. Roll me a communication check. Shit. Okay. So they pause for a moment, and the one with the knife kind of puts it down and goes, "Special contract," and at least gets exactly what you're doing. And she goes, "Oh yeah, I don't know. Are you boys here for the party?" And she kind of, goes, and they're kind of a little weirded out by this, and they're like, "You, Kai? Where the hell is Kai?" And she goes, "Is that what we're calling it? Is this a mystery party we're doing?" And someone pulls out, one behind pulls out a knife and kind of puts it to her neck and goes, "I'm not playing games with you, whore. Tell me where the fuck is Kai?"
Upon seeing that, it's okay if I walk back up to the guy, still kind of acting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap. What's his? I'm gonna tap. Oh my god, name.
Sloan?
Yeah. No, not Sloan.
Eliza.
Eliza?
I'm gonna tap his. Oh no, the other guy is with us. I'm forgetting character names.
Mark.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap his shoulder. Be like, hey, just be on the ready. I'm gonna walk up to them, and still kind of all playful, be like, "You guys, what are you picking on a bunch of ladies for? That's not very gentlemanly like of you." Kind of walk in, still acting very like, "Oh, you take it easy, boys. I know you did some fun in you."
All right, give me some persuasion.
Got it. I'm
You're trying to talk him down, right?
A little bit, like maybe potentially that. Like I'm also just showing there's more people getting involved in the current situation, and obviously I don't want to end up getting outnumbered. But I'm also
Trying to spook him, essentially.
I'm also trying to kind of get close, and I'm gonna kind of like swing intimidation eventually. Because eventually, kind of. I'm also getting in close in case I really need to take a surprise swing at these guys.
Gotcha. So you're getting up. You're trying to get up close to try to get. You're using persuasion to get up close in case things go south, and now you're within melee range, kind of thing.
Persuasion again. So let me go ahead and roll that then. I'm gonna use that. I'm using that to try and get in close. And if I do, or if I succeed, well, I'm just kind of talking to them casually. I'm gonna, look at this and be like, and a knife too. It's, small little thing. I mean, subtle, which is nice, but I don't know, man. Crushing wounds would hurt a lot more. And I'll go ahead and I'll like pull the sledgehammer out and kind of like, just as if I'm showing it to him, like, turn around, inspecting it a little, like the little stuff engraved on it. Be like, yeah, you know what? Blunt damage. And I don't care how much armor you have. Sure, you can stop a knife, but way, way, way back on Earth, guys in full steel suits used to, put these things on to protect themselves from the blades and all that sort of stuff. But what would work every single time? A blunt weapon. Mace crushes and hurts a hell of a lot more. See, blades, they sever the nerves, and yeah, it hurts like crazy, but when it gets crushed, oh, you feel it, man. I'm kind of giving them this look.
Yeah,
I'm
you go
showing them
from you go from being the
sludge.
drunk happy guy to being like the I'm gonna talk about how I'm gonna kill you with my sledgehammer
In a way.
in a not subtle way. Roll me a intimidation
And also,
check.
of course, flashing the the hammer look and stuff
Yeah.
like that because it's got the little
the inscriptions and stuff like that. Yeah.
roll for what?
Roll me a intimidation check, which would be communications, I believe.
I don't have intimidation, so it'll just be
Just
communication.
roll
regular.
communication.
Okay.
Ooh.
You have 5 stun points you can use. Jesus.
Holy shit.
Wowie, wow, wow, wow.
Walks up to you, grabs a sledgehammer compared to your little knife, and starts talking about how much more it hurts.
It hurts. I'm trying to think if there's any social stunts you could use with that. I'm sure there's just like a straight up intimidation you could use. Good cop, bad cop.
I mean, technically name dropping is also there, but I don't know if you want to out who you are to these guys.
Could name drop that guy that we know of that's in their organization.
Potentially. Just kind of, maybe, I don't know, almost kind of spooking ways because I came across like the drunk happy and suddenly I'm, starting to say like, hey, I've got info, man.
You could do sway the crowd, which is your words affect one additional person of your choice, and you may choose this stunt multiple times per roll. But if someone has opposed your test, you can't expand the effect to anyone with a higher ability plus focus in that original target. So essentially, you could be telling all of these guys at the same time with or 2 of those guys with this sway the crowd. No, it'd be all these guys with yours because it's only 4 points. So instead of just intimidating the one guy you have who has a knife, you're intimidating all of them.
Yeah, I'm intimidating all of them because like I'll be that and I'm giving them my pep talk, and then I'll like point at the other dude and be like, "You there? You know what? Have you ever seen a man's head explode upon impact?" I'll kind of give him like this weird, like kind of crazy little smile, like man, like mist and everything, just dude, it's pretty crazy.
The guy who with the knife kind of puts it down, puts it into the things, and you kind of look at the other ones and let's get out of here. This crazy coil, not worth it our time. And they kind of slip away and they walk away, and leave her alone.
I unlatch myself from her, but I'm like, "Are you all right?"
He goes, yeah.
I'll
They
go
haven't
ahead
done that
and
before.
Would you like? I'm gonna ask her. Would you like to? I don't know. Maybe stay on our ship while we're here for a little more safety.
I'd like that.
I look at the
freaked
others
out
to make
right
sure
now.
they're cool with it.
And I'd like to ask you, or I'm sure we'd like to ask you a little about what the heck that was about, because obviously we've got our business, and we seem to be intertwined in what's going on here a little bit. So let us know what. I'm just asking, like, hey, who are they talking about? What's happening here, and how can we help you?
And she doesn't know. She doesn't know much. I mean, she's just confused. She knows that like her friend for over a year, one of her best friends for over a year, has been freaking out. She knew that he left with a local Grega guy leader, and now she's being threatened by the local Grega after her friend showed up after like a long time of missing and has been trying to quote unquote make things right.
Okay. Who's this friend of hers? Or is
Kai.
Kai.
Okay, so obviously Kai.
Dartmouth, yeah.
Okay. And you're like, so you don't know what they want with him?
No, nothing. I mean, they obviously want him bad. They won't send 3 people after someone like me.
Well, it's probably best not to talk any further about this in such a well-populated area.
You take her back to the place.
Yeah, I think for now, I mean, she's like our only real lead on him, and it's better to keep her safe than anything right now. Maybe they'll come out of the woodwork and try to come assault over there, and maybe we can basically draw them over to get some answers out of some of them.
Sounds
But
good.
yeah, she needs our protection.
Yeah, back and use the restroom.
Alrighty. I think we're gonna pause that. We'll actually probably pause that there, unless you want to do something, Mark.
Yeah, I do. I want to see if I can do any research on the hand terminal on 57D. See if
Okay.
there's
Oh,
any-
yeah.
We'll finish up with that.
Okay.
And wait for
Bless you.
Hayden to come back. Thank you. So give me a. Give me a. Intelligence check.
You
Or
got it.
perception checking, one of those two.
I already did it. Intel. So.
Okay, so you don't really find anything that you can find in any of the terminals. There's nothing. There's a lot of references to 57-D or 57D as part of like serial numbers. It's too vague for you right now, and you can't really find anything. There's a lot of references. You do know that it probably has something to do with the docks because it sounds kind of like something with a dock going on.
Can I drop those 2 stunt points into intuition?
Sure.
Let's do that.
What does that do?
GM reveals a fact about the object of your test you could not have noticed or deduced simply by interacting with it. Simple, when you uncover a clue, you gain 2 new leads instead of 1, making the path branch.
Yeah, this would be simple.
Yeah.
So you find out from that, like, you're thinking, 57D, docks, sounds something like technology, and you go, this small dock in the region. Like, when you were coming in, you saw one of the docks was labeled 57D, and it was kind of secluded. It was, like, there was no ships around it. It was, it was dark, which is odd, because, usually they try to get enough illumination. So, like, that's probably something to do with that.
Like it's a dock here at this station, or a dock?
Yeah, like there's a dock at
different
this station at Ganymede.
Oh,
it's an unused dock. It was open, lights off kind of thing. Like, might have been under repair, but you didn't see any like repair mechs out there working on anything, or no one in EVA suits trying to work on anything.
okay.
Almost like
I
it was
gotcha.
an abandoned part of the station, sort of thing. But it was definitely built for a dock for a ship.
Well, I know what I want to do when we return.
Alrighty, guys. So, you guys head back to the ship, and we're going to kind of call it there, because I want to make sure that we have enough time and everything like that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Sorry for all the technical issues, some of the kind of get-ups and get going sort of things. We will be doing this again, not this week, but next week. Or not next week, but the week after next.
I was going to say,
The 27th.
The 27th. But we'll be rebroadcasting this again next week. I think we'll have it updated on SoundCloud. I'll have it updated on SoundCloud this week, but it'll be going up on YouTube the week after it originally airs for you guys. So,
Cool.
so yeah, thank you guys again, and make sure you guys are following all these wonderful people. Again, find HP Braincase doing this mixer thing. Dr. Jones, Haven Kendrick, and Buster the Destroyer all will be doing streams with Star Citizen, space and science fiction, and other stuff as well. And less pants, yes. Kill him with gravity. Alrighty, guys. Thanks so much again.
This was a blast.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed it.
Indeed, I did.
I'm having fun.
it's
by the way.
this might be an interesting tradition that like a lot of my D&D and role-playing games. After session, we generally will talk about what our favorite moment of session.
Okay, we'll do that, but real quick. Let's start with Haven. Haven, what was your favorite moment of this session?
Oh boy, hard to pick the favorite.
I know what my favorite Haven
and
moment
joking
was.
manner is fun, of course. I like intimidating people. That was always fun. And of course, like making a man's head explode.
Yeah,
I was
that one
wondering when
mine.
you were gonna say that one.
That was great.
With one swing.
Try to do more of this. More explosions, please.
HP.
The chase was probably my favorite. Either that or the John Woo dive over the couch.
The dive was pretty cool.
Yeah. Buster?
Probably my completely useless use of my the improvisation.
Security hacking?
Where I just like did something really cool, and then you guys killed the guys before I got shot in. So thanks, guys. Thanks. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that was pretty
efficient.
funny. Yeah, no, that was pretty funny. So I was like, ha, of course.
Oh man.
I think getting target locked by the MCRN.
Oh, that was good.
not telling the crew.
Yeah.
Not telling the crew about that.
Crew after getting target locked.
We're just like, there's just gonna be a fine when we're trying to leave, and I'll be like, hey, what the hell's this?
Bill it to Culpepper.
What about you, Paul?
My favorite moment is probably, God, for this whole thing. I'm gonna have to say it's the group intimidation and like attempt to save Elise. Just imagining Sloan imagining Sloan going up and pulling the whole like without blinking, just being like, hey babe, let's go have some kinky sex, and then drunk Pierce coming up and going from drunk Pierce to that creepy guy who is really way into knives, like describing like the biological process of healing and bleeding and those kind of things, while he's just like flipping a hammer around, going like, oh yeah, man, I'm just here to crush your skull with this hammer that I can do in 15 different ways. Have you ever
that
seen
dude
a man's
was
head
the total.
explode?
That dude was just a mall ninja. That dude was just a mall ninja.
It was good though.
Well, thank you, DM. You were excellent.
I hopefully you guys at home or watching this enjoy this. We'll be continuing to do this, and we'll get better at it. Now, kind of knocking some of that
That'll be a lot
stuff,
better,
some of the
especially on my end, and I'm sure everyone else's ends once we get a better hang of our characters and how we interact with each other and all that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It's gonna get good.
All right, guys. Like I say every time, hope to see you guys again soon. But if I don't, hope to see you someday in the black. Later, guys.
See ya.
Later.
Bye, y'all.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
No.